I think we're live now. Can we be live? Are we live? Who the heck knows? Poor doggo, man. Tires me out. That's not going to make any sense to any of you guys, so don't worry about it. Whew. It's going to be another helicopter fight, too. That should be interesting. Yeah, I saw the numbers. We're supposed to be up to like 100 players, but I'm looking at the roster here. We're at 99. So where is everyone? Yeah, with me it would be 100. So no, it is 100. We're just waiting on the additional 10 people. So yeah, we'll keep that at 100. There we go. See, it just updated. We're probably gonna climb up to about 100 to 95. I said that in the mission command. But how are you guys doing? Wee Woo here. Still house sitting, and if I look over, I can see Xander staring at me through the doorway. That's the name of the doggo. I decided to get my slippers out, and then he got very curious about them, and I was worried he was going to bite my feet off because of the slippers, so. Played tug-of-war with his little rope toy over there. I keep looking at him, and he's like angling his head over to stare at me through the opening in the doorway here. Ah, good puppy. Otherwise, let's see. They're still setting up here, though. It's going to be about 51 to 45, so about a 6-person numbers advantage. Everyone's slotted, so round 1 should be beginning momentarily here. Badges are bugged on your side? Yeah, just refresh the page. Twitch does that all the time. Another fun thing. A fan sent me a recipe for Brazilian cheese bread a week ago, and I finally got around to making it. I had to do it twice because the first time I completely fucked it up because I converted metric to imperial, which I think is the system the US uses, completely wrong, and I added a little too much water and just disintegrated all of the tapioca flour because I needed a sour starch. But they came out. First batch is, I overcooked them a little. This one, though, I'm hopeful, but I'm hoping Bloodwing pulls them out in 15 minutes. She's working upstairs, and I told her to do it, but if I jump away in 15 minutes, then we should be A-okay. But then again, in about 15 minutes will be the end of save start if these guys get started soon, so I might duck out just to pull those out of the oven. But otherwise, how are you all doing today? I don't know where Barb is. He said he was going to make it for EU, but I guess he got tied down in work, so I'm probably going to be solo shoutcasting, which is A-okay. Barb will join me for the NA branch, and sometime between Bloodwing and I are going to go out and get a slice of pizza or have it delivered here. I don't know how it works, but we're still house sitting, but we're going to stop house sitting tomorrow morning and then go back to house hunting. So that'll be nice, but overall it's been an interesting week of just her and I living together and maintaining the house and the doggo and having fun. How did Pay for Pain end up going? It went really well. We are going to have a runoff operation for Pay for Pain, though. Everything that I'm still owed to put down, I'm going to inflict on TSB, and I invited Paw Patrol to join in with us as well, so that should be fun. But otherwise, round is beginning. I think, like, just as the round begins, I'm going to get up and go pull the cheese bread out of the oven, but this is a mission called Dry, made by Nemesis. It's continuing the campaign on EU we started last week, where it's just quote-unquote war games of US versus Russia on Hebontis. Hebontis we use as our training map within TSB, which is where I think Nemesis got the idea to use it for. But now it is going to be Blue 4 on the offensive with Op 4 defending, but we're still going to see the helicopters engage each other. But this time, Blue 4 has a Chinook to help support their Little Bird, and it's only the KA-52 on its own with that GAU-19, which is 12.7 rotary cannon. So that should be interesting. But with these 3 terminals here, a lot of grassland on the sides. We'll see how things go. Oh, hold on one second. Maz, who joined us in co-casting NA last round, is on. He just asked me if I wanted some help co-casting, so he might jump on to give us some assistance. But let me go into my playlist here. Let's put Homeworld Tutorial on, make it a little more casual here. I like the casual side of things a bit better. for a map like this. And I gotta get him with the password. And then I need to update the mission command here.
User joined your channel.
Oh, there he is.
Hey,
Hey, Maz, do you know what server 2's password is?
No, I don't. I actually,
All right, let me get that to you real quick. No, you can just hop on, man, if you want. There's still plenty of room. They only have it 100 people on each server.
Okay, I guess I'll try.
There's the pass. And let's see. I was gonna call him MZ because I'm out of text space.
Do you need T4 going to get in?
No, you can turn that off. It's fine.
Alright.
Alright, the round has begun. Let's go ahead and do our usual, and let me guess, my settings got changed, and I have to now go into T4 global settings and hide that message. Excellent. Alrighty, let me know when you get on.
Sure thing.
Oh dear. That'll be interesting to watch. German grayer than English. I'm gonna be honest, German is a very interesting language. It's very... I don't know if you've ever seen those videos where they're like comparing random words and like, you know, how English says it, how French says it, how Italian says it, how Greek says it, and at the end they have the German way of saying it, and it just sounds so different, you know? It's an interesting one right there, but hope you guys are doing A-okay. Sorry to take that small break. I'm getting Maz onto the server so he can help co-cast with me. I knew he was going to join me for NA branch, but him joining in to EU with me was a little bit of a surprise, but definitely a welcome one, and in about 12 minutes I'll have to quickly get up to pull the second half of the Brazilian cheese bread out of the oven. Gosh, I forgot the name of the fan who sent me the recipe for that. It was his grandma's recipe. It's great. I'm gonna keep that one and bake it occasionally. It was just a little bit of a pain to find sour starch, but we found some tapioca flour. And then converting all the measurements to imperial from metric was also a bit of a bitch, and it actually caused me to completely butcher the first attempt I did 2 days ago, but this one went pretty well. And I believe Barbarian's still caught up at work. If I were to quickly look... Yeah, no, he is, yeah, he's still caught up on work, so, he'll join us then, fortunately. So you guys can get your weird maid boy outfit fetish going, you know? Gonna set up the bet. Oh, you're right. Right, we do predictions now. Thank you for reminding me. It's been a long week. So let me go ahead and get that set up. Let me see what we have here. Let's skip by all of the, times I got murdered. So this will be first round. I will set this for 10 minutes. We have blue for attacking, and op 4 will be defending. Thank you for reminding me, Mod.
Afternoon, man.
Pardon and Whistle Liru here.
Yeah, what up?
Just waiting. Apparently, Basebeard is hogging a channel.
Okay.
Well, we were supposed to get one for server 1, which was the casting carpet down there.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it doesn't work.
How does it not work?
Apparently he has the password, but it's the wrong one.
Okay.
Yay! So we're gonna have to go use another channel. Great!
Oof. Hey, next week, because some people have been DMing me before we started the round, do you mind if I cover server 1, and you guys can cover server 2 for a week?
Sure, yeah. Again, the only thing is that me and Nemesis have to split up and be on different servers, just so we can cover every question.
Okay.
So, because I review all of them, and I take a look at all of them when we review them, and he does the same.
That's why, yeah, and he wants to say with Scandi Recon, that's why he does it. Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll just message those people back and give them an official reason, because that sounds more official than what I've been saying.
Yeah.
I'm just telling people that they wanted to spread the streamers
which
around and shit, so.
EU, just make sure you don't say it over.
Which one?
The server one.
Okay. Server 1 is... Are you going to be shoutcasting or something?
He's going to shoutcast with me, because Barb is not going to be here.
You're going to need Liru to send you that.
I did give it to you, Maz.
Oh, did you?
I put it in the casting couch channel.
Oh.
Did I not say that? I'm sorry.
Thank you, sorry.
Yeah,
No
sorry, I don't have that. Alright, well, best of luck to you. Hopefully we'll meet up at the same time when our matches are over.
The matches never line up, man. Something weird happens, and...
It's definitely not the fact that Ningo's leading server 1. What are you talking about?
Oh, wow. But frickin' throwing the blame on immediately. Hot damn.
The blanket
Yeah,
comes
Don, I'd
off,
appreciate that.
It's just the way it goes.
Just know that if you're the moderator setting it up, it means you can't bet in it. But...
Right. Well, hopefully I'll get moved into there soon.
Alright, good luck, man.
Yep.
I mean... I was just about to tell him Sky has the password, apparently, because he just went into the casting carpet below us, and he just got moved into TFAR, so I don't know. I don't know.
What's the U2's thing? I can only find a U1.
It's a different port. I believe it's on their Discord. That's it, Don. Thank you. Yeah, get you that 10 tanks return. But anyway, let me start covering the round because I'm getting everything set up. So, Blue 4 is attacking 3 Op4 terminal sites here. Op4 has about a little bit of an edge on every territory here, but it looks like they spawned around Terminal 2 there. But Blue 4 is attacking with about, what was the official number? About 55 to 60 players. No, it's about... We have about 100 people on. I think it was about 55. And then Op4 has about 45 defending. So about a 5-person advantage, only because they have an additional vehicle to really crew, as well as an additional helicopter. But these are all Blue 4's Vics. First off, they're based off of US Marpat, so they've got 5.56 rifles, M249s, Mark 19 for their marksman rifle. No, it's a Mark 11. I always make that mistake. And then the Carl Gustav for their MAT team AT, and then 240 Bravos for their machine gunners. And who we have on that team, I'm seeing members of Scandi Recon, UPSC, and let's see, we got Swula, Dreams, and we do have a bunch of new groups coming in, by the way. Usually, it's about 160 players. Right now it's about 200 because they brought in a bunch of new groups to fill all the extra slots for EU. So a lot of the names I'm actually not going to recognize today, so I apologize for blanking on that. But those communities are all listed in the mission command. And they are going to have an two M2 Humvees that are shielded, an M240 Bravo Humvee, which is 7.62. They have a Chinook, which is armed, so it's got 2 M134s on the sides, and then they have a Little Bird with a GAU 19 12.7 chain gun, as well as multiple transport vehicles, mainly in the form of trucks, and it looks like a single Humvee, and some quad bikes for their recon element, who, by the way, just importantly to note, that is going to be STS with the marksman rifle, and then under hotel, we do have, I do not recognize that name, but we got Flux and Novix flying the Chinook, potentially. Mysterio might be flying the Little Bird. So a new name to see. We'll see what they're capable of pulling here. And then, of course, we've got Op4 down here. Op4 is your standard Russians. So they have 5.45-based weaponry, PKMs, PKPs, SVD as the marksman rifle, RPG-26 as the LAT weapon to compare with the M72 lot that Blue 4 has. Though he did change up their camo scheme. It's not EMR, it's the floral one. So that's interesting to see. And otherwise, I would assume their AT is the RPG-32. Where I'm trying to find them. It would be Charlie 2, but I actually don't... Oh, there he is. That would be Killer, who we've actually seen do pretty well, both in Titans and in what's going on now. Jeez, why is the ratio 22 to 4K? Who's the 4K on compared to the 22K? I'm curious why the bets are so high for one faction. But anyway, Op 4 gets multiple gases, but one of them is armed with a PKP. That AGS is unscripted. Both sides have the GAU-19, though, because the KA-52, this weapon here is re-scripted to a GAU-19. I wasn't able to mention that in the write-up because I ran out of space, but this beat the Little Bird last time, even though it ended up being a stalemate because of everything else considered. But Op 4 also has 2 BTR-80s and that armed gas and a bunch of transports as well. And they're down about 5 players because Blue 4 has to have the numbers advantage. But on this side, we have Killer Puppy Squad, which is where Emzakov's group is a part of. We got Aim at the Stars, a.k.a. Aim at the Balls, with his group with Killer and whatnot. Lusode is leading. And we got some of the 29th ID in here. I can always tell because it's T5 Road, Gade, and Gastelin. Yep, I see you coming in, Maz. So, I'm going to be honest, if I were to put money down, I would say it's on Op 4 because that GAU-19 with the camera, once you get used to it, gets very, very lethal. But anyway, let's look at the terminal points here. I would, if you still have time, put some dough on Op 4. You'll get your money's worth. Or maybe someone's going to drop the ball. I don't know. That's the fun about betting. We don't know what the outcome's going to be. But anyway, Terminal 1 is basically on the edge of a town. It's got a nice perimeter going here. This rock wall is a little concerning, though, but you got this nice overwatch.
CSAT camo for you? Does Tessic on Op 4 have CSAT camo for you?
So they start off as CSAT guys before the script runs, and then they get the Op 4 kit, so you might see a few guys like stuck at spawn with CSAT camo, but...
Yeah, but he's walking around with CSAT.
T-E-C-I-K?
Yeah.
He's naked for me, so it's probably just a glitch out. It happens. Anyway, I'll include you in the loop. So I'm talking about Terminal 1 right now, and the fact that my viewer base seems to think Blue 4 is going to wipe the floor with Op 4, according to the betting numbers. But Terminal 1 is a nice little area here that's basically a building on the edge of the town. Partially destroyed, though. Has its own perimeter wall, but that nice rock ridge, for lack of a better term, on the northwestern side is a little concerning because that would let the attacking faction get right up to this position and encompass it. But I could see a squad being left there to defend it. Terminal 2 is where they spawned, which it looks like they're mostly abandoning for the most part. Not gonna lie, with all these open areas, this would have actually been a really nice one to do some fortifications on and lock the area down itself.
Yeah, especially that ridge to the south.
Yeah, to give them some nice overwatch on that entire AO as well. The one concern with it, though, is... Actually, no, because it's on the south side of Terminal 2, and Terminal 2 is north where Blue 4 would be attacking from. That would be a really nice defensive position, not just for Terminal 2, but for overwatching the entirety of Green 4's AO here.
I definitely agree.
And then Terminal 3, why don't you start us with that for a second? Lyric team, thanks for the 2783. I seriously do appreciate it. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, my man.
Rocks,
and I hope you get a kick out of the scenario. Seriously,
I definitely
thank
think
you.
It's the best out of them. It makes a good kill zone for the terminal since it's out in the open.
Keep up the good work.
I would say I
Especially on
agree with
YouTube.
you for the most part. What does concern me, though, is the rockiness of the northeast with all of the trees as well means that Blue 4 has a lot of room to get right up to this terminal and turn it into that kill zone.
Yeah, it's definitely more like Vietnam close quarters combat.
Yeah, which you really don't want to have in PvP situations in FNF because that's where the advantage of numbers starts to go back into the side of the aggressors. Really, if you're defenders, you want to maximize the open areas to the best of your ability because that's how you're going to get the most kills out of everything. But it looks like they're going to do an all eggs in one basket approach on 3 and just hold the rocky areas. I don't agree with that, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, I don't either. I think the best one might be Terminal 2, to be honest.
Because this is just predictable. Blue 4, especially for the first round.
It's already at Terminal 2, by the way.
Oh, did they? Unfortunate. Where do you see that? You got it, Boo? Thank you.
To the west of Terminal 2.
Oh, yeah, I see. Ah, yes, the classic floating truck glitch that turns it into some weird SCP BS.
Yeah,
Except
I think that's
it's...
because they took it out of bounds.
Yeah, potentially. And now it's just completely glitched out. That might be how it's done. But then again, I see Vics that don't go out of bounds that just randomly appear like that, so who the heck knows? Otherwise, we've got the helicopter spooling up. And I can understand where Op4 is going here, but with 45 players to lock down this entire area, I could easily see it all just getting circumvented with Blue 4 charging through the open areas to the south and just locking that position down with smoke. Huh?
Yeah, yes. I definitely see that too.
Sorry, I was about to get up and deal with some cheesy bread in the oven, but Bloodwing was able to...
X-Ray did it to their vehicle as well.
Are you kidding me? Op4 X-Ray?
Yeah, with their gas.
Amazing. That one wasn't even on the edge of the map, though. It's just going.
Yeah, I think because it's definitely what's happening is they're leaving the.
Yeah, that was the armed one too. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, they're leaving the Op4 starting zone and is teleporting them back in.
Are they good, Boo?
So X-Ray probably tried to do that early start stuff they always like to do.
It's a little, like, based off the angle, though, it just looks a little weird, but they're having the KA-52 pull into a defensive.
Get you a partner.
Hi, Boo? Yes, I made Brazilian cheesy bread because a fan sent me a recipe. Yes, I made 2 dozen rolls. Actually, no. 20 rolls. Yes. She likes the cheesy bread. Sorry about that, Maz.
So Blue 4 Chinook has only one other guy in it.
They're probably going to use it as a gunboat similar to EU Round 2 last week, where Op4 was using the MI-8 gunboat.
Yeah, those things get shot down really easy, I've noticed.
Yeah, that's the one concern, because the KA-52 has a really powerful engine in it that could actually help it keep on track with the CH-47. And the Little Bird wouldn't be able to support, so I could easily see the KA-52 tracking down and eliminating the CH-47 on its own, and then barreling back and taking out the Little Bird. But from the looks of it, the Chinook is actually doing recon for the recon vehicle. And I'm already hearing machine gun fire on Op4's side.
Yeah, it looks like command near Terminal 2.
I think they're shooting out the tires of their Vics.
Yeah, it looks like
That's exactly what they're doing. They're not fully shooting out the tires, they're just damaging them enough so that they're worthless. Which I think is actually kind of smart. You bait your enemy into thinking that the Vic is fine and they start to try to use it, and then they can't go anywhere. So it just makes them waste a bit more time, and they're stuck with really slow transport. That's actually kind of ingenious, in my opinion.
Ooh, I want to see, are there any satchels around any of the objectives they abandoned?
Usually this would be the perfect opportunity to do some, but I don't see any triggermen nearby, which they're going to have to be within a few hundred meters to cook off a charge. So I think they're just going to completely abandon them and just hope Blue 4 doesn't realize Op4 is doing an all eggs in one basket approach, and they'll just take their time with the other two terminals. But even with that, the Terminal 1 and Terminal 2 are within a click of each other. So if they just have a squad go to the terminal as they start setting up to assault the next terminal and they realize there's no resistance, I think they're just going to steamroll by, and we're still going to see like 30 to 40 minutes for Terminal 3, in my honest opinion.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
Hey, Royal Germany, thank you for the 4-month resub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations now. You get a kick out of this scenario. I know Chad is heavily favoring Blue 4 to win this because it has Scandi Recon and UPSC together, which, in my opinion, are two of the best communities here, but there have been plenty of times over the past few weeks where I have seen them get their asses kicked by members of, like, the 29th ID, so it could go either way.
I do like Op4 how they've set up in very strategic positions.
No, don't get me wrong, like, the positioning of it's great, but in my opinion, with the terminal being on the southernmost side, if Op4 decides to do a unified push along the south, utilizing the area that Op4 X-Ray is in and stage from there, it's just going to completely bypass where Op4 is. And the one issue here is there aren't really a lot of good positions for Op4 to then maneuver that northern forest to flank Blue 4's advance. So Blue 4 is really banking on the fact that, or excuse me, Op4 is banking on the fact that Blue 4 is going to go into this forested area and then commit everything to it instead of being dynamic and maneuvering things back and around, which honestly, for FNF, isn't the worst bet to make, because usually by the third objective, people are pressed for the clock, but it's going to just be a matter of how quickly Blue 4 can get through these other two objectives. Also, KA-52 is trying to hunt down the Chinook.
Oh yeah, I see that.
He's got a top down on him. Weapon is firing. It's way off, though.
I will mention Blue 4 has dismounted it. It's going to take them a while. I think they're thinking there's people inside.
Yeah, they haven't done proper recon.
Yeah.
That Chinook just did an expert evasive cut there, and the KA-52 did not stick with it
It's coming
at
back.
all. Yep. The pilot needs to be a little bit better at predicting where that Chinook's going to cut. But I'm curious to see if that little bird's going to get called in to try to intercept the KA-52 when the Chinook makes a maneuver like that. I think we're actually going to see that get set up here. Chinook is flying right to the little bird. I'm seeing the little bird now turn about. And we might see a retaliation run by that little bird. It is on the lower end, though. It might not be able to climb high enough for that 52. But no, it continues south instead.
Huh.
I don't know if there's any coordination there or whatnot. I think that 52 is going to try to hunt down the Chinook first, but if it sees the little bird, it might go for that instead. I do see it cutting right and looking way down there. It's going to fly out of bounds, but probably turn north and try to counter one of those two aircraft. I just wanted to see another air battle that we saw last week, because that was pretty dope. Little Bird's doing a great job staying under the 52, though. And once again, the gunner of the 52 is firing. I just don't know what he's aiming for. Oh, I got it. His gunner's actually looking at the Vic, but his gun isn't lowering itself enough to actually have a target. Now, the reason for that is the GAU-19 is not supported for the weapon system of that vehicle. It's supposed to be an autocannon. So the rangings for those shots are going to be a lot different because of the different caliber, meaning the KA-52 has to get closer to engage its targets. The question is, are the pilot and co-pilot, that looks like their 29th ID in there, are they going to recognize that and adapt their tactics, or are they going to burn all their ammo trying to get that? But I'm noticing they're waving off now, and I think they're just going to go back to being defensive.
Chinook's just flying by the objectives. I think it's doing recon right now, which is kind of what the little bird should be doing.
Yeah, so the 52's now looking around terminals 1 and 2, trying to see if Blue 4 is rushing to either objective. They're just doing some recon there to try to spot where Blue 4 is coming in. I'm surprised if they didn't spot the massive Blue 4 push, but I think they were too busy on the helicopters to do anything. Meanwhile, Chinook is now doing a low pass here, engaging Op 4 Delta 2 and Command. A lot of rounds coming down by that 134. No casualties, but definitely got very close with those guns.
BPR's returning fire.
Yep, now the 52's trying to fire as well. Still hear the engine on that Chinook. 52's now cutting to follow. Yeah, I still see them trying to use that cannon, but the rounds are going way astray because it's not designed for that. They gotta cut it close.
Yeah, this is going to be a really important phase for Blue 4 to recon the 2 first objectives.
And realize that they are not defended at all.
Yeah, because if they realize that, they would be mounting up right now.
See, I feel like the Little Bird's job right now is to recon those 2 positions, but instead it's doing Overwatch to cover for the 52.
Yeah.
But if the Chinook is distracting the 52, that gives the Little Bird perfect opportunity to do recon, and it's just not being taken. .52, meanwhile, it's above its target. It's got a bit of a speed advantage. But the Chinook is doing a very good job evading. KA-52's doing its best to try to lead, but that Chinook is very, very mobile when it wants to be. Yeah, you can just see where those rounds are going. They're going straight down.
Yeah, Novix is doing a great job flying it.
It's also just a little bit of struggle on that cannon, but they're starting to get some good shots on. They shot the engine out!
Yep, rotor's out too.
Wow.
Let's see if he can land it. He's heading for a mountain.
I think I just saw blood. Someone's dead in that chopper. Oh, and there it goes. Blue 4 trying to fire at the helicopter now. That was a great kill. 52 finally lined up the gun properly and was able to get a nice spray on the rear of that Chinook, and the Little Bird's trying to pursue now.
Coda and Sideways are investigating the crash, looking for survivors.
Yeah, there might be one. Flux was able to survive, but I think Novix is KIA, because I saw 2 squirts of blood there as it was crash landing.
Yep, Flux is awake. He just got back up.
Yep, but it was Novix who took those 2 shots and then died in the crash landing. They have his body out. But, yeah, based off the blood was coming off the left side of the helicopter, I'm not surprised there. That 12.7 rotary, even if it goes through metal, it's still a very deadly weapon. But now I'm thinking the KA-52 is going to try to line up on this Little Bird and engage it. So a nice dive right there. Little Bird's going up, though, so it's a reduced speed. Maestro needs to be really careful here, but he actually has an advantage of the fact that that KA-52, it's going to rely more on its speed to get away, so if Maestro can line up a shot on that KA-52 as it comes in, he might be able to snipe the pilot and co-pilot out before they're able to react, as long as he stays below them, which is where that gun seems to have the most issues in aiming.
So Blue 4 X-Ray just got sight lines. They might be able to spot some Op 4 guys here in a second.
Swolo, though, he's too busy checking the rear. I think looking at the KA-52, but we got Rory, Dreams, and STS looking into the AO. I'm looking on STS's POV here. He's looking back at his buddies. Yeah, he doesn't really seem happy with his position there, but for now, Blue 4 doesn't have any ability to do recon on Terminal 1 and Terminal 2, but I see Delta 2.
SL Dream has eyes on him.
Yep. So they're actually pushing a Humvee around to Terminal 1 to check if anything's going down at those 2 terminals there. Otherwise, Little Bird staying low. I think the KA-52 is hunting it. She's going in for a dive. It's going to be a bit too fast, so she'll come about. But if the Little Bird is looking up, it cuts right to evade the 52. So it's just going to play cat and mouse with that thing for the rest of the round, which is a good call on that Little Bird. Save its ammo, wait for the KA-52 to be in a good striking position, and then strafe it, and then leave the rest of your ammo for engaging the 2 BTR-80s and the armed gas, even though Blue 4 doesn't know that armed gas doesn't exist right now, because Recon oofed it somehow.
Yep, so Platoon 1 HQ, King has sightlines on the first objective. I think he's realizing no one's there.
Yep, we're about 15 minutes into this round, though, so Blue 4 does need to start stepping it up. Otherwise, the third terminal is going to be both a battle for the terminal and battle for time.
Definitely. What I would do if I was Blue 4 is send in my vehicles right now, realizing that it's empty, and quick cap it.
I mean, they got King running ahead right now, Platoon 1 HQ, and he's just sprinting for it, and he hasn't been shot at, so I think he knows that this is abandoned. So I would be curious to see if they send a Humvee to rush Terminal 2.
Look at Blue 4 Bravo 2.
Yeah, they're already starting to go to Terminal 3.
I love the near formation.
Yeah, the wedge.
Yeah.
Now, I get that. I, too, love my formations there, but it's not a, it's not an actual wedge. It's more like a battle line being formed right now, but...
Yeah.
Either formation will be fine for this environment. I also love how the Little Bird is still trying to pursue the 52, even though the 52 has a more powerful engine, but it's doing its best to stay on, at least put pressure on him.
Now, Op 4 X-Ray will be pivotal in the next couple minutes to point out where Blue 4 is.
potentially to set up a blocking position for Bravo 2 as well.
On it.
Yeah, but it looks like they're actually going to pull north to get into that fortified, forested, and rocky area. I would do the same in their shoes. It also gives them a little bit of elevation to work with, which is going to be prudent for that marksman.
Definitely. There is Terminal 1.
Yep. 52 trying to get an angle on the Little Bird, but the Little Bird doing a nice sharp turn and staying under that 52. And I don't think any of those rounds were close, but it is a nice reminder to Maestro to keep doing what he's doing, because it's going to be very close if he doesn't.
Yeah, the only way they're going to catch that Little Bird is if it messes up.
But again, as long as the Little Bird can stay under him, I think he'll be okay, because he has open windows above him, so he'll be able to keep track. But if you look in his first person, you can see he is staying on that KA-52. My one fear, though, is he's now starting to fly a little low and slow here. Will the BTRs over Terminal 3 open up on him? And will a 14.5mm shot get lucky and take him out?
That would be pretty epic.
Because if I was in that KA-52, I would be trying to bait that Little Bird to fly low over Op4's BTRs, and the BTRs can easily tear that thing apart.
Little Bird's returning fire.
It's trying. It's going to be more accurate because it actually has a weapon platform designed for it. And if I recall correctly, Maestro there is going to have a dot. Yeah, that he just has to line the KA-52 on, and he'll know where the shots are going.
The hunter has become the hunted.
Yeah, right? Otherwise, we do have some elements of Blue Force starting to mount up in vehicles here. I think they're going to try to just charge Terminal 2 and potentially have infantry start staging around to go to Terminal 3. But these open areas around X-Ray's position really concern me. There's Terminal 1 going off. But if X-Ray can capitalize on this openness with their marksman rifle, I could see a lot of casualties for Blue 4, and this round will quickly go into Op4's favor. And it looks like Op4 X-Ray is actually pointing Bravo 2 out. Yep, they're watching them lining up. I just saw Smith get eyes on. He's pulling back a little bit. But they're not going to stay in that position. They're actually pulling back themselves. I don't know if that's the best call, because if they want to do a single defensive objective, you probably want to keep X-Ray in this position where it has a lot of open ground it can hold. Looks like they're actually doubling back too on that.
So let's give them a warm.
But I would stay where they are at that point. And if they
Definitely.
need support, they can pop smoke and pull back and have the next ridge line cover them, or a BTR or gas pull pick them up. But
yeah, they could definitely call in the KA for gun runs.
Yeah.
As long as it's not being pursued by the Little Bird.
it'll be able to outmaneuver the Little Bird though. They have to have learned that by now, that they are quicker than that thing. Now the Little Bird is doing his best. He tried camping under the KA-52's flight plan and looking up, but wasn't able to build enough speed to counter it.
I'm assuming they're pulling back to their original position to the kind of southeast of Terminal 3.
Yeah.
Which I get because they get more support from Charlie 2 in command, but...
And it's more open ground as well.
That is true. And they can actually see the crossroads without being next to it.
Yeah.
I will say Dust Eyes is Blue 4 command, and Lucid, I believe, is Op 4 command. They're definitely using their X-ray teams very efficiently here.
Yeah. So again, Little Bird doing a low pass over the Terminal 3 areas. I am surprised I'm not seeing anyone look up and shoot at it, because usually that's what you get in this situation. Like, the Candy and the BTR-80 would actually have a pretty good angle on that. That's a shot I'd worth actually risk taking right there.
I'm wondering if they're trying to hide it. I don't know, like maybe not bring attention to themselves.
Probably. I mean, that's when you are a machine gunner, you shouldn't shoot at the aircraft, but that one's a little tempting. I would probably take some pot shots at it unless I was ordered not to.
I definitely agree.
Because at that point, that Little Bird is doing recon on your position. So if you don't shoot, it's still going to find your... Oh, it's shooting at infantry now. It just saw T5 Rod in the open and tried to take him out. He's unfazed, though.
I wonder if Blue 4 X-Ray's communicating with them.
Probably. And they're scouting positions out for Blue 4 to engage. This is definitely an interesting round so far, and you've got infantry right on top of Terminal 2. That's going to be taken in the next few minutes, which means we're going to have about 30 minutes for Terminal 3, which is in Blue 4's ballpark. KA-52 and Little Bird getting close to each other. KA-52, I think, is going to try to do a dive. Little Bird saw it, and he's trying to stay low. Great evasion right there by the Little Bird. It's realizing that Op4 does not have good targeting under it. And Maestro is doing his best to capitalize on that. But I don't think the KA-52 has noticed that it has a blind spot right under that. I think they just think that they're having bad accuracy or bad lead.
What is Op4 X-Ray doing? They're going back and forth between those two, like, dirt areas, or forested areas.
I think they're running to...
They really need to make up their
the forested area on the southeastern side of Terminal 3 to hold that open area instead?
Yeah, but they were just there, and now they ran back to the road, and now they're running back again.
Yeah, I think they were just trying to get direct eyes on Blue 4. Now that they have them, they're pulling back. But they got to be quick, because Blue 4 is also slowly coming up here. So that's only going to give Op4 a moment to regain stamina and start engaging if they choose to.
Yeah, the Little Bird definitely just spotted Alpha 2 BTR.
Yeah. That KA-52 is coming in to chase it away. There's Terminal 2 hack. Ooh, Little Bird doing a sharp turn, staying under. Oh, that was close.
Oh, he's turning around. Little Bird's going in, I think.
No, it won't have the speed to catch up, but he's definitely trying to juke around that KA-52 so he can stay in this area and continue doing recon. Honestly, I didn't know about Maestro because I haven't seen him fly before, and if I did, I don't remember, but he's doing really well for that platform.
Definitely.
KA-52 coming back, attempting to make another pass. Rounds are way off.
And he's just dodging them like they're nothing.
I'm really surprised Wombat and Wayne did not open up. Like that, it was literally right above him. At that range, I would start shooting too.
That was less than 60 meters.
Yeah. I can only assume Lusode wants really strict rifle discipline on the ground, but that's kind of costing them.
So X-Ray split up one 3-man team and one single-man team.
Please tell me the single guy isn't the marksman. No, it's not. It's just a scout hiding in the bushes to wait and see Blue 4. And now you're seeing gunshots go on that Little Bird. And they're getting very close.
Yeah, X-Ray just shot at him.
So Command finally gave the order.
Yeah,
Levy is still firing, but it's a little far now. Blue 4, excuse me, Op4 X-Ray pulling back again. I don't think that's a good idea. I think that position, they should have stayed. They should have gotten behind some rocks and then utilized air to the best of their ability. I think it's because Op4 is worried that Blue 4 isn't going to go through these open fields and instead try to flank around potentially to the north, which is where Op4 has that defense line. But if you look at this map, ooh, Little Bird just got hit. It is still okay though, but it does have a damage texture on it. But Blue 4 has this massive group right here, and I think they're going to try to get to the southeasternmost little rock position, which Op4 X-Ray just was, and then cross in where X-Ray is crossing. And Op4 does not have a lot of defenders right here. I don't really like this defensive strat Op4 is going, and Blue 4 has a lot of time to work with all this.
Yep, and X-Ray for Op4 is pulled back to command. Which I don't know if I entirely agree with.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Op4 X-Ray just pulled back.
I think that's such a mistake, but
I agree.
oh well, we gotta hope. But that Little Bird, it's not giving its warning klaxon yet, but the glass is cracked and the chopper has changed damage textures. So I think one more good strafe will potentially hit it. Also, Op4 has spotted Blue 4 X-Ray, and is it firing shots up on their position? X-Ray, I think, is firing back from an incredibly long range.
Yeah, if Alpha 2 for Op4 gets over there, they can lay down some good fire.
KA-52 and Little Bird on the same angle. Little Bird opening up first. KA-52 doing a hard pull right. Did not return fire, though. Little Bird turning around, trying to be on the offensive. KA-52 storming off at full speed. And is trying to do a turn, but the Little Bird might be able to stay on him. That KA-52 needs to utilize its speed advantage, get away, and then turn around and then do another cut by. Because if it keeps trying to turn when it's this close, the little bird will be able to catch up, but I think it's starting to realize that.
I'm very interested to see how Blue 4 attacks this objective, though.
They're gonna just go from 1 to 2 to 3, which is logical. They're gonna try to get up on, if you open your map, the Nomian Rock Point to Terminal 3, and that's gonna completely bypass the Op4 defensive line at Nessus Rock. I think Op4 just planned on, you know, where to put its forces. In reality, it should have taken the force at Nessus Rock and put them south where X-Ray was originally, and just had a full 360 of the terminal site itself, because Blue 4 would logically just play at Terminal 1, 2, 3 and not do any elaborate flank around.
Yeah, I think they're definitely going to take that position X-Ray had before. They're going to go into there and...
Am I only watching birds? Well, that's because nothing good's happening, but now we can focus on the main fight.
Alpha 2, Bravo 1, they're all going to be circumvented.
Alright, we finally have the main fight going on. It is Foxtrot, Alpha, and Platoon 2 and 1 in command for Blue 4, all starting to engage Op 4 positions. I also saw the Little Bird do a very nice diving run on an Op 4 position. I'm seeing some blood on it as well. And this force is the northernmost force, and that's going to allow the southern force for Blue 4 flank to the side, probably get on those southern rock positions and come in. Little Bird doing its best to come up and support, but that KA-52 is going to continue to harass it. Go ahead.
I think that Little Bird killed a guy. I see Uba dead for Alpha 2. I don't know if he disconnected.
Little Bird doesn't have a kill, though.
Oh, Blue 4 X-Ray. Let me look at them. Yeah, Blue 4 X-Ray STS has a kill.
Yep, so they were able to get a pickoff from the straight north, and so far it's, I think, 1 KIA to 1 KIA. Yep, Uba is dead. And now Op 4 is also striking at the Little Bird to try to get to wave off, but I think it's too late. Blue 4 has good recon on Op 4's positions, and Blue 4 has made a plan here to counter the Op 4 position. And we're starting to see that southern force for Blue 4 maneuver to point 60 and 61, and I think they're going to either maneuver in and challenge X-Ray Op 4, or be a the flanking force to allow this other force on Blue 4 to push in if Op 4 collapses to hold the flank. So really good tactics here, but then I got the KA-52 coming in for a strike. And 50 cal trying to fire back. I like how the 50 cal is being kept in the rear here. Actually, that's not a 50, it's a 240, but it's still going to be effective against the helicopter. Just not as much penetration. But they have it basically back there to hold against the helicopter attack. It's smart.
I want to see how Charlie 2, Bravo 2, Delta 1, and Delta 2 for Blue 4 hold this position, because they're going to come under a lot of fire if they stay there for too long.
Yeah. Really, it's just the time for how long is it going to take for Alpha 2 and Bravo 1 for Op 4 to flank around, but we do have X-Ray for Blue 4 pulled back. They're going to try to get on the rear of Op 4's positions, thinking that Op 4 is going to turn away, but Blue 4 is doing an infantry rush with Mike and Vince, I think as a faux rush.
Yeah, we just had an RPG go out against Delta 1 for Blue 4.
Yeah. Yeah, so two guys running up to test the waters before the main force goes up. That's a really risky play. And there are a few Op 4 defenders trying to pick them off, but they're not being really accurate here.
Ooh, Blue 4 X-Ray is maneuvering to the west.
Yep, to the rear of the Op 4 formation, but there is a BTR watching the rear, so X-Ray has to be careful, but I don't think they know about it. Ooh, Mike just took multiple hits. He's crippled, trying to crawl away. Doesn't get behind the gas, though. Instead, opting for the open fields. And you got the Little Bird doing another gun run. Go ahead.
Yeah, the Little Bird's just coming in, chased by the KA.
That's crazy how that Little Bird's able to still support despite being tracked by a more powerful vehicle, in my opinion.
Yeah,
You got the KA now taking fire from ground. Now you got Blue 4's southern pincer here starting to fire on Op 4 south. Not sure if they just got a pickoff. Fire came close to Emzikov. But I am not seeing any new skulls here. Yeah, none at all, actually. Blue 4 and Op 4 are pretty much in a stalemate right now, and Blue 4 is trying to figure out how to maneuver. I'd be curious to see if TKL Bond here comes back around and tries to hold that position. RPG going up on Blue 4. And we do have a member of Blue 4 did T-Bone. Got picked off, possibly, I think, by X-Ray, the marksman. He was a 50 cal gunner. If I were to check Techic. Yep, trying to do another dive here to get some kills. I'm not sure if it was effective, though. Definitely got very close to target, and I think got a cripple.
Aim at the balls.
Yeah, I have... Oh, I just realized Bond has the marksman rifle. And he's all the way out here on his own.
Oh, Humvee down for Blue 4.
Yeah, I'm trying to find who killed the gunner, but I can't seem to find it. Little Bird trying again to get a shot in the KA-52. It's ineffective. It's about 20 minutes left on the round, but Blue 4 is within a good striking range here. And there is also a smoking... I think that's what you meant by Humvee down. So the 240 Humvee's down, and the 50 cal Humvee at Delta 2 has had the gunner kill, but they're remounting it. Look at Flux. He's charging up in his quad bike. If Blue 4 had a vehicle to get through this open field, I think they'd be fine, as Flux is clearly pointing out here. It's literally just driving around in a circle right there, being ignored. Meanwhile, Blue 4 dismounted on the coast for X-Ray, and they're now coming up on foot in the low ground. Try to find an angle here.
K just laid down some heat on that Delta 2 Humvee.
Yep, put some more pressure on it, and the Little Bird is still trying to pursue. And you got Flux still driving circles. The freaking pilot survivor.
These pilots are doing an excellent job right now.
Techic from X-Ray has been picked off. And otherwise, that's been it. We got Markowicz down on the northern side for Bravo 1 for Op 4. He got knocked unconscious. And Command just got knocked unconscious.
This is where Blue 4 does not want to be right now.
Yeah, they're stagnant. I think the marksman just picked off Ground Command, actually.
For Blue 4?
Yeah, because that's the only person. Yep, more shots coming in.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Just getting shot in the ass there. And New York man's able to drag him around. And look at this. Blue 4's Southern Pincer is now doing a massive smoke charge. They got to be careful. If they go too far left, they're going to end up in the sightlines of a BTR-80, and that's going to absolutely eviscerate them. But it's Scandi Recon leading that smoke charge here in one of Op 4's blind spots, as they are supported by Blue 4 Delta 2 covering. 52 is going to be able to scout that out, but the Little Bird is covering that smoke charge as well as trying to provide a screen against that 52, coming in for another strafe. And you just have this massive force coming by at this point. 52 now trying to find people to pick off, but Charlie 2 is ahead of him. Now, what Blue 4 needs to do, we're going to have the 15-minute warning called in 2.5 minutes, is they need to secure this line and then have the rest of Blue 4 come in. But interestingly enough, Mike and Vince, who did that initial charge from the Eastern group, aka the first pincer group that engaged, they're actually up to Op 4's position now. They're going to start scaling up the ridge and potentially start picking off some members of Op 4 to allow the rest of Blue 4 to go. What I'm really surprised about is Op 4 has not collapsed any forces from the far north or western flanks to reinforce. They're still concerned that Blue 4 is going to flank around, and at this point, I think it's reasonable to assume that Blue 4 is pushing their entire force on these vectors, and those flanks can be abandoned.
Yeah, I would have pulled Alpha 2 and all of them back by now. You can still have them hold the southern side of the road, too. It's not like they have to face the other to the south. Little
Bird KA-52 still circling around each other, but Little Bird getting a nice angle here, trying to pick off Broken Oasis. But isn't able to find the right angle as the 52 coming around. But doesn't complete the turn. Oh, yes, she's trying.
Ooh, Delta 2 needs to really move.
Oh, Little Bird just got shot! More shots coming in!
Oh, it's too late. It's too late.
Oh! And he's down.
Yeah, unless someone comes rescue him, I don't think he's waking up.
He might wake back up. I didn't see any blood splatters there. Mastro was too low. He tried to do an emergency evasive maneuver, but accidentally hit the ground instead. He wakes back up.
Yep, he's up.
Yeah, unless they get directly hit, they usually survive the crash landings. But now OPFOR is going to have air superiority here. It's just a matter of how can they capitalize on it. I would assume they're going to try to pick off the enemy Humvees and then go for gun runs. The question is, can OPFOR still turn this around? Because you're having a lot of Blue 4 members starting to get boots on the ground here, and there's more Blue 4 members that can still come in. And we did have the 15-minute warning called about a little under a minute ago, but we're within 100 meters of the terminal here for Blue 4's main force.
I suspect what's going to happen is one Blue 4 guy is going to touch it, and all of OPFOR is going to panic and run back.
Yeah, but will it be in time? Because the terminal only has 90 seconds before it goes off. And Scandi Recon, I hate to toot this horn as favoritism, but they are very good in CQC.
Well, they're about to do CQC, so let's see how that turns out.
Infidel getting picked off by Misper, and Misper getting picked off by Yanni.
Oasis is coming from the rear.
Amzakov also on the high area trying to go around. Oasis firing. Aim at the stars getting knocked out. DFI returning fire, getting another knockout on Nemesis there.
Oh, Alpha 2 is making some good ground on X-Ray. Yeah, they just wiped out X-Ray, I think.
Yeah, those two guys that were originally on the smoke charge, now with that relieved, the rest of that northern pincer is starting to smoke in advance as Alpha 1 secures the northern side where Bravo 1 is mounting. So
yeah, Alpha 2 and Bravo 1 are starting to pull back. Actually, Alpha 2 is already back.
My question is the marksman going to adapt and try to fire at people in this smoke charge? I think he's trying to adjust, but he's alone on that spot. He's got to really start taking risks if he wants to be effective. Also, Platoon 1 HQ, Flux is driving over to go pick up Maestro, and now he's getting fired at from the BTR-80. And he is dodging bullets like a madman.
Maestro's flagging him down.
Meanwhile, Humvee was taken out, Gunner was lost, Swan dismounted nearby, Pete doing some overwatch here. He's on 1 kill, probably picked off the Gunner. And Flux has secured Maestro and now is driving around as they are fired at by the BTR.
So Platoon 2 really needs to get in here with command.
For OPFOR or Blue 4?
For Blue 4.
They're trying though. You've got the rest of these forces smoking and moving around. Yeah, all of them are pushing in actually, and Platoon 1 HQ is going to join them from the rear with that pilot. So all hands on deck here. Really great smoke charges going, and we still have about 12 minutes in this area. OPFOR is going to have to be very valiant in their defensive line, but with air support, I think they could do it. The one issue I see, though, is Blue 4 X-Ray on the other side, still with 4 people, could sneak in from the rear and take this position, but OPFOR still has a good 360 here as long as Andre and Martin are watching that vector, but they're not.
Oh, K guy landed, the pilot landed. He's now driving up on Blue 4 X-Ray in a vehicle.
In their Humvee.
Yeah, he landed back at spawn and now he got in a Humvee or something.
He landed on the shoreline. So I guess they just wanted to steal that vehicle and drive around with it, but I would only assume they're out of ammo at this point.
Yeah. Blue 4 X-Ray definitely could win this, though, if they played their cards right.
Mm-hmm. I hear the BTR is being repositioned here. It's D Omega driving that BTR-80 around, trying to find a better sight line here. Noticing that his on that position isn't going to be useful.
At this point, Blue 4 needs to circumvent the defenses as much as they possibly can and get on the terminal.
Scandi Recon engaging with elements of Charlie 2 Op Force, a weapon team on weapons team. One of the Blue 4 guys just got blown out of the sky. I think that was Finn that just got blown up there. His body went flying a little bit. We still have DeFi in the rear. Yeah, right? And Platoon 1 HQ has charged up. It is Flux running up to cover the terminal. He now pulls back and gets into cover. And Dart is doing his best to cover that position. Flux trying to pop more smoke grenades to conceal the terminal. BTR 80 has pulled around. It doesn't have an angle, though. And you got Uncle Joan on the other side looking down.
Oh my
Flux
God.
knocking out Dardis. That MP7 is not a weapon to be trifled with, but the grenade gets him.
It would have been awesome to see Flux do that.
Yeah, I've noticed they've actually buffed grenades a bit. They're doing a little more damage than I normally see them do.
Which is good, because...
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I'm tired of seeing grenades like go into a crowd of people and they all just like get knocked to their feet. It's like, no,
Yeah, like
someone
a
should be dead at that point, you know? Yeah. Self Headshot, thank you for the 8-month resub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I hope
Okay,
you
so
get a kick out of
Platoon
the scenario.
2 is now getting shot at, but I don't know, they're going up against a mountain of just guys.
9 minutes remain. He's got DFI on the rear of Scandi Recon, who did break through some of those Charlie 2 elements. Blue 4 is starting to close the gap here, but Op 4 has a lot of forces here now. It's gonna be close.
Yeah, Op 4 is just way too dug in on that hill. I don't know if they're going to be able to win that if they go up against it.
M2 Vic is now coming around to try to do what Flux did. I can see Blue 4 coming down the this open area here and following suit, but that BTR 80 now firing at that M2. Olassis also flanking. Misu coming up though on foot. Heckfly behind him. That M2 now trying to slay down Olassis. BTR 80 pulling around though, trying to find an angle on that Humvee, and the other BTR is right here. But Guak here has an M72 Law and is going to get a beautiful hit. Kills the driver and causes it to start smoking. That's one BTR 80 down. The other BTR coming low, firing at the Huey now. Humvee, excuse me, but it's not using the 14.5 millimeter. It's using the 7.62.
It's making the gunner turn in though.
I don't get why they wouldn't just use the 14.5 millimeter and just shoot out the engine of that Humvee.
Here comes the cook-off. There it is.
7.5 minutes remaining. You got the two pilots in the open, I think being friendly fired, and Blue 4 X-Ray starting to come in close from the other side because all of Op 4 folded in.
Oh, we got red on red. Blue
Yeah, red on, it's them firing at their own pilot crew over there that dismounted because they were probably driving around in an enemy Humvee. Yeah, that's why. So there's no confirmation of PID, and that's making them all freak out. Alpha 1 making a nice push on the northern side, trying to come around where X-Ray is. And you're going to start seeing Rory get behind enemy lines here. How did Deafy do? He's still back here. And he's been actually getting a few kills here, but Maestro is returning fire. Deafy on 4 kills. Rory getting a pick off on Wombat, but he immediately gets smacked back by Jay Martin. And it was Wayne that got the kill with the PKM.
So if you look at Op 4's lines, they're literally in a line right now, which is not how you want to be defending an objective.
Misu, though, is sneaking around underneath. Op 4 hasn't spotted him yet, though. But that defensive Hesco bunker right there is really great, but it's prone to being outflanked. You got Astro also coming around. Grenade being thrown, bounces over, lands by Mike. Doesn't do any damage to Mike, though, from the looks of things. You got that M2 Humvee driving around. I think it's going to try to push up to that BTR. BTR doesn't know that Humvee's there, and instead Bazooka pulling out his bazooka and is about to earn his namesake because that BTR 80 has no idea. And there's a great hit on the rear of that BTR, and the engine's going off, and now 50 cal is firing as well. Pilot and gunner, excuse me, driver and gunner get out, and Astro here taking shots from multiple different vectors. His body goes flying down.
Yeah, I think Blue 4's got this. What's the time?
Yeah, we got a little under 6 minutes. Op 4 still has a chance, but Blue 4 is just getting too close too quickly. I think if X-Ray held that position over to the southeast and slowed that Blue 4 attack down, we would see a much different story. I think Op4 would have had enough time then to force Blue 4 to rush it, and it would have been heavy casualties for Blue 4. And now look, you got none of Op4 on that hedge, excuse me, the Hesco barrier line because they were attacked by Astro. So they're pulling back and bandaging. This is going to give Blue 4 the opportunity to go hit the terminal. You still got Uncle Joe right here, though, stuck in the corner.
Look at Guac.
Oh, he fell. He fell in the...
There's a perfect man-sized hole right there between the amphitheater.
He's screwed. And Uncle Joe is down, and there's the terminal hack. There's charges going off and just got multiple kills. But it's too late because now Op4's still going to have to go down there and get the terminal. Great explosive trap play. But between Benda, Phantom, and Legal...
just ran over. Command! He ran
Oh my god.
Oh no.
And now they're getting blue on blued. Wow. Lusode making a run for it. Phantom's unable to stop him. Wow, and that mishap just allowed Op4 to get back and touch the terminal.
Chaos just watched it happen.
Chaos, what are you doing? He's right there. He doesn't know what's going on.
Oh, well, to be honest, from his perspective, there's a lot of grass in the way.
That makes sense. So Op4 now has some more forces set up to overwatch the terminal. What just happened? Broken going down. That bought them a few minutes, but Chaos is about to touch it. Zyme trying to pick him off, but the hack gets initiated. And now Op4 is going to have to go back there to touch it, but Blue 4 is now collapsing on their northern flanks. Op4 still has a decent amount of manpower, but they're all separated.
You can literally feel the desperation of Op4 right now.
30 seconds. Mike was with another guy. He is now on his own. Mattis, if he can pick off Malin and Bazooka, that might allow Mike to get an opening here. 20 seconds. It's all on Mike. No, that's GG. That's GG.
That was
wow.
By Op4 at the end there.
They got a saving grace because Legal Action decided to play bumper cars with Command there. I don't know if he saw him because of how like sloped these ridges are.
Oh,
it could have.
He went over the dug barriers.
Yeah, and didn't even see him.
Right down on top.
Yeah. It's funny how he runs over his own commander though.
Yeah, Command didn't even see it coming. He was looking in this direction.
Literally 2.5 minutes remaining on that round. That was a pretty close one, but Blue 4 has won it by the skin of their teeth. Really, I think it was just a lack of Op4's ability to adapt. They stuck to their plan, and they just allowed Blue 4 to have all the time they needed to push in and just win the round. I don't really see anything else. What do you think?
No, yeah, I 100% agree. I think you're absolutely on the nail.
Just a failure to adapt, unfortunately.
I will say X-ray usage was awesome.
D-TAS. All right. Let me do the payout. So, Blue 4 won that. I would have put money on Op4, so hey, this is why I don't gamble. But let's go ahead and say who won there. So there's the outcome. I'm going to run a few minutes for ad revenue, and we are going to roll into the next operation here. So this is going to be on GOS Alriac. My favorite map ever.
20% advantage.
Jesus. GOS Alriac.
A lot of vehicles.
And let's go ahead and put fonts up as our intermission's on. Race to the sea to rush objective, which means it has to be done in order. Op4 is attacking Blue 4.
I'll be right back.
Take your time. 4 BTR 80s. What? Why do they have a platoon of BTRs?
Alrighty, I'm back.
It's platoon BTR time.
Yeah, very mechanized on both sides.
It was fair game. They were allowed to ram the vehicle and blow it up. It was fair game. Robomaster, thanks for the 18-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I hope you get a kick out of this scenario, man. Guess I'm back to subbing after a break. Nice, I appreciate it, man. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a kick out of the scenario.
I got a question
for you. Yeah, shoot.
You gonna do any FNF missions?
Yes, I'm going to start on that next week. It was going to be this week, and so it was going to be last week, but other things came up because my April Fool's prep became too long, and I had to do it, and then it was going to be this week, and then my 506 ARC mission ended up taking 6 hours to develop, and I'm not doing that anymore, so I will have time for next Friday to do it.
Awesome. You gonna spectate or you gonna play?
I will spectate, but I'm thinking about making a mini campaign and slowly adding some of the older FNF weapon systems back in play, like a javelin.
Awesome. If you ever need any help with the scripting or anything, or the templating, let me know.
I appreciate it, man. And it looks like the other server just finished too, so we're only a few minutes ahead of them. Do you see any communities in here called 16AA? I'm gonna look on the roster. I do. Okay, no. So 16AA is that little shield symbol. So let me see if they're in. Yes, they are in server 1. So I'm not covering their actions tonight. That would be Bassbeard and Boston, who I believe are streaming on Twitch right now. But they're on the other server. I will be covering server 1 next week, though. I'm gonna try to get Nemesis to go on server 1 or Boston to switch to server 2.
Nice.
Because Boston and Nemesis have to be on 2 separate servers because they're both like the admins for both servers in case there's any issues, so.
Yeah.
Yada-da. Anyway, I'm going to BRB. I need to taste how this new batch of cheese bread came out, so back in a second.
Good thing.
Oh, man. Oh, shit.
Send it, go team 6 now.
Oh, man. That was actually... Okay, so the second batch, we cooked it for like 15 minutes less, and it's not as hard on the bottom. It was still edible, but it's good. It needs a little more salt. But I know that for next time now, so... Oh, man. I should probably make a video on that stuff, but it was a recipe sent in by a fan. I could turn that into a video series, though. Fans send me recipes, and I butcher them. Anyway, let me go down the list here. So, Barb is not streaming because he has a full-time job, and he wasn't able to make it because his full-time job doesn't end until 5 o'clock, which is another 19 minutes from now. Yes, if only the floors weren't jacked up in the Star Wars mission, but oh my god, spending 6 hours only for that to happen, even though I ran into templates that didn't have that issue, it just pisses me off to no end, but hey, say la vie. Win some, you lose some. Power died midday, but how to pay for Pango? We're having a run-up operation on Monday because I wasn't able to get everything into the AO. Plus, it literally killed my computer halfway through. So we just ended on the Super War games and had a blast. But that's going to be TSB and Paw Patrol on Monday at about 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Blue Force going to Scandy again? Noise. But hope you guys join me for there. And yes, I was eating bread. Helljumper, thanks for the 6-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, my man. I hope you get a kick out of this scenario. And let me... Is Nerdy Hydra on Blue 4? Or, no, is he on server 1 or 2? Well, he's TF121, so where is TF121? I don't... Oh, okay, no. Yep, he is on... No, he's on server 1. Okay. I don't want to really do a multi with both servers because that just kind of confuses everything. So, you know, I'll alternate that based off of what's going on, but let's do Homeworld the Keepers here. Because it's one of these maps that deserves something like that. Alright. Yeah, 121's server 1, thank you. But, John just went BRB, but yeah, I'll do the predictions. It's kind of fun. You thought you saw Barb here? Yeah, Barb was in chat for a minute, but he's still at work. And cooking with Liru. Yeah, right? It would be an interesting... I don't know how I would stream that, but we'd make videos on it. You could see me just screw everything up. That's my life. But how's everyone doing? Scrolling back up to chill with Maz. Cooking with Liru's content I could play along with. Nice. The cooking with communist thing. See, that was so funny though because YouTube censored it though because it wasn't for community guidelines, which was so dumb. So we'll just do we'll do cooking with communist IRL. You know, it'll be it'll be interesting. Kind of sad you lost 3.1k channel points. That's okay, man. You'll get it back after watching my dumbass stream for a few weeks. It's just like salty betting and then, salty bet. Well, wait, no. Let me restructure that sentence. Let's back it up a second. It's just like betting and salty bet. I suck at betting and salty bet, but it's not about the betting. It's about the being in the back of your class at 7 p.m. trying not to laugh your ass off because you're also kind of tipsy. Because you had about like 16 shots worth of alcohol and your teammate who also does, like, it's you and her that are the only ones that do all of the work in your 5-member team. She's trying to keep you from laughing too hard to piss off the professor. IRL story behind that. But we'll see how things go. Got 71k points you can't spend because you can't opt into gambling? Well, so this Twitch actually has a policy for certain countries that you can't use channel points in predictions. Right? Will Bloodwing join us for NA? No, she's still working right now. I don't know if she'll do NA, but I got Barb to bounce off with that, but... Don, let me do predictions, by the way, but... Modadic, why can't you do predictions? Like, what prevents you from doing such a thing? Like, I'm actually kind of curious. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for companies, like, regulating microtransactions and loot boxes and shit, because that's all gotten bloated to high hell. But... On a currency that doesn't even... It's not even worth anything. It's gambling according to local laws, so they have to protect the kids. But, Mod, you're not a kid, right? Have I been using child labor again without even knowing? Darn. I gotta get a new modded. They found out. I smuggled him from the Philippines. That's so dumb. But Mod, tell me they at least like block loot boxes and shit in where you live then. Because if they don't, then that's just fucked at that point. You know, you think Twitch has a cheap and reliable age verification methods? No, but they do have geocaching because internet, so... Loot box thing started here? Fair. Don't make me pull out of the armor group questionnaire. Hey Mod, get a free VPN and put yourself in a different country, and then you can gamble away, buddy. I gotta think about ways to spend the channel points, though. I'm worried. But I also need to get into shape, so I might force it all into push-ups. And then you can watch me, or no, not watch me, but hear me struggle at the end of a stream. Just watch me struggle and die. It'll be great. They're smart enough to know your account is Dutch. Fair. What are channel points good for? I'm working on that. Right now, I just let you gamble them for the sake of gambling. But I'm working on stuff. Just 3 hours of push-ups. I'm worried. I'll set that up after my vacation next week, and you guys can torture me for the rest of April. How about that? I had to get rid of this gut anyway. But there's, where I'm house sitting right now, there's a dog named Xander. He's a big dog, too. Always likes to play, and that guy has a rope to play tug-of-war with, and that dude will tire you out quick. Strip poker? I wish. I'd like to get whoever's upstairs who's working her butt off right now for her contracting company to play strip poker with me. She said we would play, but we haven't yet. But you know, I'm hopeful. Maybe one day, maybe, possibly, could be happening tonight. Fingers crossed. No, I'm just kidding. But we've got FNF to do. We got Arma to play and spectate. But let me go over what we're doing this weekend. So Saturday, we are going to be doing Gary's mod stuff from about 6:15 to 11, and then I might play in the TSB. Oh wait, no, I'll be playing in the TMTM operation because Sky Online made something at, so that'll be at midnight. But I'm hopeful Sky Online makes really good stuff in, or is it SkyTech CEO? It's SkyTech CEO. I get him confused with Sky Online, who's a player in OFCRA. My bad. But SkyTech CEO made something really cool for TMTM. He always makes good stuff. And people call him the TMTM version of me. So, crazy shit happens. But on Sunday, we have the public op, which will be some syndicate operations, and then hopefully the start of the T3 campaign on Namalsk. And then Iceberg has an operation at 7 p.m. I want to play, which is going to be the test run for the Optre campaign. Optre mod set, which is now being made into a sci-fi-esque mod set with a lot of spooky stuff. So that should be really, really good. But for now, let me get the prediction up. Don, I'll be handling it, don't worry. So let's see, this is going to be the second round of EU. And it is up for attacking with blue 4. Defending, and we'll make this last 15 minutes. Good luck. All right, Maz, what do you think? Maz might be AFK. Also, I didn't talk for a while because I was too busy with my stream. But anyway, it is a coastal area here. The town of Damana, with the coast on it, and it's a rush terminal defense, which means Op4 has to take Terminal 1, then 2, then 3, and this is a very thin AO here, so it's honestly, for about 100 players, 55 to 60 on Blue 4, with around 40, it's a 20% event, so it'd be probably about 40 to 42 on Op4. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this is reminding me of an AO that was done a few months ago, where it was on the central peninsula of Altus, you know, south of the main airport, where that military base is on the tip of that peninsula. The same area where we did Trump's Wall.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
Hey, welcome back. I'm just talking about the next AO, but this is a very thin AO with not a lot of room to maneuver. It's a bit of a bigger area here, but like ridge to ridge, it's basically right here to on the opposite side, about right here. So there is a little bit of room to maneuver around on the northern side, but
I actually like this a lot.
yeah, this is just a massive kill valley. The objectives, though, in its place are tied closer together here, but I don't know. The fact that Op4 has 4 BTRs to work with.
Yeah, this is going to be brutal.
This is just going to be nasty, in all honesty.
You
so
know
Op4
map, Blood Gulch?
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, with what you can get on the ridges a little bit especially, so... Alright, Op4 is your standard Russian kits, 545 AKs, GP25 Grenadier Systems, PKMs, PKPs, RPG-32 for the MAT weapon. Let me actually confirm that real quick. Charlie 2 is going to be given to Misper, and he's got T5 Bay with him. Bay is often regarded as, I would say he's been a little bit better than Nemesis these days, so he's right now my favorite, but... he's going to be ranging for Misper. That'll be interesting to see. And the marksman is going to be Shib with an SVD, and they have the really nasty yellow camo. You don't really see that, but here it is today. And of course, they've got 2 UAZ Dishkas, they've got multiple transport trucks, 2 transport UAZs, and those 4 BTR-80s.
Yeah, that's the Berezka camo.
Mm-hmm. T5's really good at maneuvering around the enemy, but there's not a lot of places to maneuver here, so all the players that you normally see do really well getting behind the enemy and flanking around, it's just going to be a unified battle line today, which no player really gets an advantage at that point. It's just shoot and scoot sort of situation, but Blue for your standard US kits, I'm seeing, yep, 5.56, so basically just the Marpat Woodland camos again. So 5.56, M249s, M240s, Carl Gustav for the MAT weapon, Mark 11 for the 20-round marksman rifle for X-ray, 2 M240 Bravo 113s, 1 M2 113 with a shield, and 2 M2 Humvees for mobility. I would put those Humvees on the ridge lines immediately, because with their mobility, that would actually let them be better suited for holding the ridges, and then put an M2 Humvee in the middle and the 2 240 Humvees on the sides for support, but those 240 Humvees won't be able to do anything to those BTRs.
God.
What just happened?
It's New York and sideways, just armored.
Okay, well, okay, at least it wasn't an armed vehicle. That would be a lot worse.
They are so lucky those rocks caught them. I mean, they went at like Mach 200, dude.
Jesus. Now, I could see those M2 Humvees pushing up the ridge and trying to pick off those BTRs. It has the thinnest armor on the top, so having elevation on those BTRs would allow them to easily shoot out the engine, or better yet, the gunners. But it might be a little tough to do with those iron sights on the M2 Humvees, but that mobility will really help them out. I could see OPFOR trying to counter with those UAZs, but they're very exposed in those UAZs. One shot with a really big target profile, and those gunners are dead. Plus the UAZs. Do they have a 50 or an 100 round box in there? I think it's a 50.
And which ones?
The UAZs.
Ooh, I have no clue, to be honest.
It's 50 rounds only.
I would assume 50, but it could be 100.
Yeah.
I do like Foxtrot on Blue 4, where Nemesis are. That is such a great location.
Yeah, it is a good overwatch point. That'll let them see OPFOR coming up the ridge.
And they can't be flanked.
Yeah. So I could see some fortifications on there, but at that point, OPFOR can just, you know, keep pushing down the ridge and Thunder Run with vehicles.
I think the best way OPFOR can get near these objectives is on the north.
Yeah, because that gives them some room to go on the northern side of the ridge and flank around instead.
Absolutely.
Oh, this is a tough AO here. Blue 4 has the opportunity to lock both sides down, but it'll stretch themselves thin, and a platoon of 14.5mm turrets that can be mobile can really help Blue 4 out if they try to use any of these buildings traditionally for defense. So I could see Blue 4 just digging out a lot of trenches or HESCO defensive lines on the edge of town itself, but with this being a rush attack, it means that these terminals have to be taken in order by a Terminal 1, 2, and 3 when they say active on them. So Terminal 1 is going to be the first active one. It's just in a random building close to the edge of the perimeter. Actually, it's a little inside. That's more towards like the center of town, I would say, actually. So that gives OPFOR some room to maneuver up on it. Terminal 2 is more towards the western side of town, then Terminal 3 is at the docks itself.
So
under an umbrella.
What would you do if you were Blue 4 Command?
That is an excellent question. I would have an M2 Humvee on the ridge on the north, an M2 Humvee on the ridge on the south. When the start happens, I would send them down the ridge and try to have them pick off any BTRs or any vehicles they can, but be very quick to pull back and just use them as harassment. But if they come under heavy fire, pull them back immediately because I don't want OPFOR to be able to capture them. I would then have an M240 Bravo on the left ridge, the second M240 Bravo on the right ridge, and then the one M2 Humvee, or excuse me, 113, tongue-tied. Basically the two M240 Bravos on opposite ridges and the one M2 113 on the center ground to kind of hold the line, and I would just be very defensive on the edge of town, make one line of fortifications, and then pull things back, and then have one squad to watch the northern approach, similar to what Alpha is setting up right now. This would be a really nice spot for them to do overwatch of both the main area and then the side area here. They've got some good fortifications dug and a nice downhill all the way down to where the border is that they can turn into a nice kill zone.
Yeah. Now I will mention Azariah is Blue 4 Command and Malum is OPFOR Command, so this is going to be pretty interesting.
Oh, these two guys, I know them both. Azariah, Tier 4 and TSB, also one of the major honchos at Scandi Recon, and Malin, gosh, what is his rank right now? At least, he's either T3 or T2 plus. No, he's T3 right now, because we gave it back to him, because he's active again. And And he also plays with Scandi Recon all the time. Both of them are very good tacticians. I know Azariah was directly trained under What's That, who is one of the best players I've ever known in Arma 3. And Malin learned a lot from Azariah. So this will be an interesting rivalry to see, but...
Who would you put your money on? Gonna put you on the spot.
Just purely on the roster information, which I would have going in, Azariah with Scandi Recon under him. He's got Flying Fin with the Marksman Rifle, not who I would choose in all honesty, but he can still be pretty good with it. He's got UPSC under Alpha in a really good blocking position. I'm going to ignore the fact that's blocking position. I'm purely focusing on who's in what right now. And then he's got Charlie 2 pretty stacked, and then Nemesis, Nafs, and Infidel and Foxtrot 1 for a machine gun team. And then Malin has Dreams with him. Who does he have as marksman? Shib, I don't know enough about. But he's got Aim at the Stars, Heckfly, Emzakov's group, and a full platoon of BTRs. Who are the vehicle crews? He's not using individual vehicle crews, he's using them as infantry supports. I would have to go for Op 4 at that point. Just because I think that platoon of BTRs, if it is not immediately dealt with, is going to be lethal. And then Swola is the Charlie 2 gunner. He can do really well with that Carl Gustav, but I think the BTRs here are going to be able to do a lot of damage if they're utilized effectively, and Malin would know how to use them.
So what would you do if you were Op 4 Command?
If I was Op 4 Command, I would take 3 of those BTRs, and I would take 3 of the BTRs, go down Main Street, have a nice infantry screen at least 50 to 100 meters ahead of them, and just go down one squad down the middle, multiple squads on the ridge lines themselves to support each other, and then one BTR with one squad sneaking around the northern side, but I would let that gain a little bit of lead first. I'd also have the UAZs probably on the southern ridge try to find any weaknesses in Blue 4's line on the southern side and either use them to get around the enemy or just keep pushing that ridge itself. But if you can find a weakness in the defensive line, you have to capitalize on it really quickly. But honestly, this is an AO where you can plan it all you want, but you're not going to know what to do until you actually see what the enemy team has set up for you when you're attacking. Because on paper, it looks easy, looks simple, but you don't know until you know where Blue 4's defensive lines are. And until you get that information, you have to focus on grabbing that information quickly without losing too much manpower. Because if you start losing manpower early on, it's very difficult as an attacker in this forced style of an objective to gain that advantage back.
I think if I was Op 4 Command, I'd take the 4 BTRs, go on the north ridge, have the 2 UAZs, or Dishkas, go on the south, and just assault that southern hill area. Yeah. And then I'd just come down from the hill with the support of the BTRs and infantry.
Mm-hmm. I would think another really good strategy is yours, but just use the fact that you have so many heavy guns and just spray down any fortified area you see. And just
the suppression would be insane.
Yeah. I mean, 4 frickin' PKM 762 by 39, or is it actually it's 54. Just firing onto a fortified position such as where Alpha is for Blue 4, that would either, if it does not force them to rout, it's going to make their heads go down, because if they don't, they're getting taken off.
Absolutely.
Because that's 1,000 rounds of ammo you can just fling at them, and every BTR has multiple boxes, you know, it's going to be messy. But looks like most of my chat is saying that Op 4 is likely to win this one. It's like 35k to 15k, so...
So I would agree, but I want to see who responds effectively.
Yeah.
Because if one side fails to respond effectively, that's just, it's over right there.
If Blue 4 can maneuver their Mat Gunner to an overwatch position watching the BTRs come in, I think it's over at that point. But if Op4 can find a good break in Blue 4's defensive line and maneuver forces around before Blue 4 can pull back, I think at that point it's over for Blue 4. So there's a lot of ways this can swing with a lot of early tells, but knowing Azariah and Malin, they're going to respond. It's just a matter of how quickly they can disseminate those orders. And at that point, the RTOs, which are just the squad leaders in this case, are going to be very critical in following their orders. And since we have a lot of new groups on tonight, that's the really worrisome part, is how quickly are these groups going to react to those orders that both sides are going to give. Because I know Azariah is very quick to make changes with his orders. Malin can be the same way, but he does allow for a little bit of freeform sometimes. But I think in this AO, he's going to have to be strict on the command side.
Yeah, so I would be interested to see if maybe this is just Azariah and how he plays, but seeing as how there's no other lines of defense set up in the rest of the city, I'm wondering how quickly he's going to pull back his forces.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he doesn't pull them back and he takes too many casualties, it's just done. There's no way he's coming back from it.
He's fortifying the north, though. He knows something's coming there, and he also has a machine gun team ready to go. It is Nemesis Scandi Recon on the southern side, ready to push, but otherwise he's going to keep his vehicles for defense. I would have put Swola with the Scandi Recon group with that Charlie 2 Maz weapon, because if they can again get in there quick, hit a few Vics and leave, that's already a significant blunder to Op4's forces. What stops teams from stream sniping?
Like what's gonna happen
it's
with
very
Op4
easy to
go
tell
down the
when
main
someone's stream
road,
sniping.
maybe break off somewhere.
We've already
along
caught
it,
one.
But X-Ray seems to be going north for Op4.
Yeah. Round has begun. And Op4 is just going to push down Main Street here.
Yeah, and they're going south a little bit with Charlie or whatever his name is.
We're seeing one BTR starting to break south. Another Humvee is mounted up. It is going forward. It is just legal action. I think he's just going to do recon for Alpha. No delay. Delay's only for OFCRA.
Yeah, we got G3 and G3 BTRs just sitting. I wonder... something might be going on with that one. The guy might be AFK.
Possibly. I think they're also remounting into some trucks here. Maybe a last-minute change of orders, because that BTR is active. But I think they're just changing into another Vic in case they find a break in the line. They might mount up in that Vic and change things. Now, someone just asked me in chat, what prevents people from stream sniping? I was just telling them that it's very easy to tell in FNF when someone stream snipes, because the amount of things that people are able to get away with because of the fog of war and situational awareness. There are people that literally go into the same tree and don't realize that each other are there. So if someone's stream sniping, they're just going to walk up to that person in the tree and boop them. And we've already seen it once, you know?
But we had a whole group get banned because of that.
Yeah,
and it was very, very obvious.
Yeah. How they got banned, though, it was because they were sending messages. They weren't stream sniping, they were sending messages through Steam.
Steam, yeah.
So all of a sudden, someone was able to tell where exactly an enemy position was and go and eliminate them, and it looks super freaking suspicious.
Not only
from
that, but
the streamer's POV.
They even admitted it.
Yeah, after they were caught. Like, so dumb. So it's obvious to tell at that point. Like, the amount of coincidences that happen, yeah.
Yeah, you're not dealing with, like, high IQ criminals. These are just guys playing games.
You got to remember, too, we're in a channel right now, but when you're in the spectator camera, you can hear them locally. So usually they'll say to each other, hey, this guy's at this position, and then they'll just ask, how did they know, you know, and it goes from there. But anyway,
here's contact.
Down the valley here, as the vehicles literally are charging in.
Now this is awesome. This is epic. Oh!
UAZ booping the BTR. I think the driver got hit. No, he didn't. I think they lost a wheel. Yep.
They might have even lost the engine.
Maz round going in. It was a miss. They're going to charge right up to where the Charlie 2 gunner is. Swola firing again. Gets a hit.
That guy just got hit with an HE right on the back.
Yep. But that other BTR is going to get on the northern side. Another BTR, and that manages to kill more guys. Massive dismount going right here.
So remember how we were talking about how you could tell very early?
Yeah. If Op4 were to gain an advantage here, then maybe, but this is brutal. And now you got the rest of Op4 charging in too.
This could work if they do it fast.
Yeah. But I think there's too many Op4 deaths already.
Yeah, Delta 2's truck just got...
Yep, the engine just got shot out. The driver on the other Vic just got hit. Malon's unconscious in the back. What?
Now we got Golf 1 to the south encountering, I think, Scandi. Yeah, it looks like Foxtrot.
This is just brutal. Op4's already at 50% KIA. Blue 4 had a few KIA as well, but wow. It's the Kriegsman special.
So, Scandi Recon just caught out Golf 1 BTR to the south. They don't have any AT, so I think they're just reporting it in.
Yeah, so that's another squad coming in from the northern side. They might try to sneak around, but...
Yeah.
Oh, you got Malin charging to rally. Mispear, RPG 32 gunner. T5 Bay is dead. Mispear's under fire from Ash in the back line.
I don't want to call it too early, but hey, Liru, look at all the icons.
Yeah.
It's 2 on Blue 4 and like half, if not 70% of Op 4.
Oh my god. Blue 4's pulling back to the first terminal, though. I'm gonna be really curious to see what the other server did, but...
So this is just...
My god.
Fish in a barrel, dude. Oh, and Bronson's just laying the hate on the BPR driver.
I was not expecting Malin to just charge in like that. Honestly, was not expecting that one, Chief. He's dead. I don't get it.
Foxtrot Scandy's gonna follow you.
I honestly don't get it. And now everyone that bet blue, which was Op4's attacking, is saying they shouldn't have bet that much. Yeah, I guess. RPG's going down on Blade. I think this has allowed X-Ray, though, to continue sneaking by, so maybe Op4 is going to go super OP. And a rocket just hit Coda's Vic.
I think X-Ray for Op4 might be Navy SEAL, so they might be able to win this still.
It's going to require a lot of sneaking at this point. I was expecting the Op4 to dismount at range and use the BTRs at range for massive suppressive fire, but...
Yeah, they drove right down Death Valley, and I don't know.
It's an interesting call. Let's go with that.
Very cool. It was very cool for like a couple seconds.
It was very cool.
Then it became very not cool. You know, Blue just confuses us.
I need to make a Patreon command. Gosh darn it. Sorry, if you want to do a one-time thing, do it through a Twitch donation. If you want to do it monthly, do Patreon. Sorry, you're absolutely right. I should set up a Patreon command.
They're engaging.
I'm just so shocked with this round.
Guys.
Yeah, here comes Naps and Nemesis coming from the rear, though. Got Infidel at the 240 Bravo, too.
Uba.
Yeah. 2 men taken out immediately. Uba on the rear as Infidel pushes. And they still have no idea. Grenade gets them.
Hey, can you play the world's saddest violin music right now?
Literally. Nemesis pushing. He gets caught out in the open and engaged 3 ways to Sunday. Leader of the Fat, I appreciate it, though, man. Seriously. Naps engaging on his left, not noticing Werrick's trying to flank. He pulls back, takes a few shots in the back though. And Infidel suppressing up to prevent Lynx from pushing. And Mondic, thanks for giving the sub to Fat and the other guy as well from earlier. Hope you both keep enjoying the operations. Hope you're getting a kick out of this scenario. Now Infidel has to be low on ammo. He's caught in a reload right now, and he's being suppressed by his own guys.
Yep.
Oh, Infidel is able to finish the reload in time. And there goes Scandi Recon.
Hey, there's an OpFor guy inside the city near Charlie 2 and Bravo.
Oh my god. Did you just throw a grenade right on top of him? He knocks out Toasty there. One-man breach. Let's go, Blacks.
He's killed 3 guys.
He's going for it. He's killed 1 dude.
He's down 2 of them.
Hey, man. It's a good start.
Maybe he can win this.
Foxtrotter
Oh.
doesn't get Foxtrotted, and Roy just comes around, stares at Bablaz, and pulls back. BFD78, thanks for the tier 1 sub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations.
Completely circumvented Alpha.
And I hope you get a kick out of this. We got, yep, they're coming around on the rear, and there's 2 other OpFor guys, and your dog seems to be excited.
Yeah.
Nafs woke back up, and Wyrix is unconscious. Did Nafs wake up and take him out? He's on 5 kills, so I think he did. All right, 5 OpFor versus a sea of blue 4. This is all first person, yep. Both on the ground and in vehicles. But Blacks was the plan, was him just to rush in and take all the terminals himself, and everyone else plays sacrifice, right? Oh, there's an OpFor guy that just got picked off to the north, and now it's just D Omega and X-Ray.
That all happened within 10 minutes.
Oh my god, you're right. X-Ray's now going to try to get on the rear of where Alpha was, but they've pulled back to the town. Armo, when the Doom music kicks in, I gotta see if that's copyrighted, but otherwise, no, you're totally right. Here, I got XMX, he's a new editor, but he has a really good turnaround time. Let me write that one down.
I'll be right back.
Okay, hold up. That would be at the... EUFNF at the 145 mark. Excellent. Yeah, they gambled and lost pretty hard. Now you got Blue Force shooting at each other right now as they're trying to figure out if that was actually OpFor's entire force. But... everyone is dead. Oh, man. Naf's now sprinting around, making sure he's tapped everyone. Omega's down to the low ground as Kane pushes up. Omega might spot Kane first. Goes for a spray, gets the headshot. Great job to Kane. Naf's now running over. He's gonna probably get the double tap on Werix.
Alrighty, I'm back.
Alright, so Omega killed Kane, but Naf's double tapped Werix. And it is now 4 versus... God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 4 versus 28. Oh, wait, I didn't count those 2. 4 versus 30.
My money's still on OpFor, guys.
A lot of people bet OpFor this round. Oh, Omega turns around and kills Naps in 2 shots. I think the first shot got the headshot there. And he's only on iron. All right, Omega with 2 headshots so far. I'm on board. Let's go for it.
Like you said, I'm really interested to see how the other server did.
Maybe Omega can channel his inner Audrey Hotto and win the round. For those of you who don't know, Audrey Hotto is a member of TSB. His first round ever in FNF was a 3-way area sector control on Chernaris, excuse me. Chernogorsk is the town, but he, his side, Blue 4, charged in blindly in the beginning, got completely wiped except for him, and then Audrey Hotto managed to get 23 kills officially, possibly 1 or 2 more from bleedouts that weren't credited to him, and win the round for Blue 4.
That's on 2 different teams he got it on.
Yeah, it was a 3-way fight. He literally survived, annihilated one team, and then annihilated the other team and just held. And just, it was honestly an amazing round. Oh, X-Ray just lost a guy. Wait.
Yeah, they did.
Yep, they did.
Here comes Alpha. They're hunting, what's his name?
Omega, because Keen was part of Alpha for Blue 4. And Omega returning fire. Gets a drop. It's in a really nice position between those 2 bushes. Trying to pick off New York man there. All right, Omega, my money's on you, buddy. He's on 3 kills. More shots on New York man. Sideways firing up at X-Ray for Op4. Gets the knockout on New York man and forces Alpha for Blue 4 to pull back. X-Ray just lost another guy. Wait, no, they didn't. Is he in the FIC?
No, he got in the gunner seat.
That's it, yep.
There he is.
He gonna use the M2. Omega trying to pick off sideways. GL's going his way, but he is holding fast, knowing that his position is, now compromised by legal action. So he runs around, tries to hide under the bush, trying to find a different sight line from the bottom of the bush here. 4 kills now.
Oh, it just started raining.
Shunk just went on Omega. He is crippled. Who stopped the rain?
Raining for you?
Yeah, it did. Omega taking more bullets. That forces him to route to the other bush.
And this guy's Rambo.
Yeah, right?
You drew first blood.
So, legal action's trying to draw fire so Bronson can push up. Dylan trying to flank around the side. Oh, Omega gets knocked out by another gunshot. And double tap by legal action. Shib has the marksman rifle. And a kill to his name. And he is being suppressed to high hell right now. And now he's wiggling in the air, drawing fire, gets knocked to his feet. Is he just throwing it at this point? He's bandaging in the open as the Blue 4 X-ray guy just starts shooting. And he gets dropped. Short, still in the game, crawling away. I think Shib just threw the towel there.
Yeah, I think Short just lost all morale.
Short's still in the game. Shib waking back up, crawling away. Oh my god.
Short is serpentining. Oh, he just got hit.
He got hit in the feet. I'm gonna get some more water. I know what the outcome is here. BRB 1 sec.
Alright. So it looks like Op4 is gonna win this, guys.
So Op4 still has 35 whole minutes to make a play.
They got it.
They totally got this.
So Shib is going to call down the Hammer of God onto him.
It is raining, which means lightning is a potential here.
Yeah, he's going to get the Russian drone strikes out.
Ah, yes. Classic. Shib, I think, just took a headshot.
Yeah.
Shib has turned on his God mode. As Blue 4 X-Ray is wondering how he hasn't been hit yet.
There you go. Oh my god, he's getting lit up.
There you go, Shib. Knock him dead. Come on, buddy.
So it's raining because of the absolute slaughter that we just witnessed, by the way.
Of course.
These are the tears of the victim.
No, Shib, no! No! He's died in the arms of a Blue 4 man. Reminding us that war really sucks sometimes. Now it's up to B Short. Will he be able to stand this one out, or is he too short to get by?
He's not tall enough for this ride.
No, he is not. It is one versus... one versus, I'm just gonna say a lot.
Yeah, it's
a
probably
lot.
26, 28.
Enough that I can eat this roll of cheesy bread and not care at this point. Look at these GLs.
Count as 26.
Not close to target though.
Possibly 27. I don't know if I counted that guy running up to him right now. Yeah, Koda's going in for the coup de grace.
I love how I hyped this match, and this is what happened. That's what I love the most about it.
Like, talking about tactics and plans and...
Right, how Op4 is going to actually do this, say, oh, nah, fam, just rush B. I mean, they are the Russian team, so it makes sense, right?
Rush B, rush B.
Rush B.
B must be straight to heaven, because that's where they went.
Bevan. Perfect.
Bevan.
Obviously. Bevan.
Welcome to Bevan. Here comes Coda in A1. They might actually walk past each other here. Oh wait, no, Coda definitely... No, he didn't. I think they're actually going to walk past each other here. Friendly fire, blue on blue, nice.
Yeah, it wouldn't be an F&F round that went crazy without some good old blue on blue.
They're just looking for enemies now.
I've been thinking. If Shorty gets 5 kills, he can call in a mortar strike. Or is it 6?
Ooh, I don't know, probably 5.
We'll go
Just
for
say
5. He's able to get 5 kills. He can call in a mortar strike. That can distract Blue 4, so he can get right into Terminal 1. He can get another kill. He can get an airstrike. And then if he gets 5 more kills on top of that, he can get a chopper gunner and probably win it.
Well, there's 26 guys, so if he kills 25 of them, he can call in a nuke and kill the last guy.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be close enough, right?
Yeah.
Arma Jesus looking around. Is he going to spot Short? No, he does not. This is just Metal Gear Solid at this point.
Reverse with Russians. He sees someone. He sees Phantom.
I don't think he should have shot, in all honesty, because...
Yeah, Swan's getting in the gun of the BTR, I think. Or not.
Gun might be disabled, but he's just walking around right there. Well, Blue 4 Alpha doesn't know he's down there yet. Now they're just blindly firing again.
Arma, Jesus, I'm surprised he didn't hear that.
Yeah, I think the rain is drawing out the shots audio a bit too much.
Yeah, because where he's from, if he just looked back, he would actually see him.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes Cooper. I think Cooper's gonna get him.
I have faith in Short. Ooh. Oh.
No, he didn't see him. He's gonna see
him. Short, don't choke! Short, I said don't choke! Short, you're supposed to reload!
Oh, no!
What is this round? What? Are you kidding?
God. He just got killed by the legendary Shortfoot. He kills and then runs back into the woods.
What was that? Now you got Flux running down. You got the rest of Alpha coming in. Arma Jesus trying to get a pick off from range. There it is. I can't believe that gunfight right there. Literally both went through a magazine, then slowly changed their pistol after they both tried to reload their rifle, and then both went to handguns, missed everything on the handgun, and then went back to the rifle to do another reload. What was that?
You gotta play Benny Hill music over that.
What the actual heck was that?
The divine comedy of FNF.
Oh my god. All right. Blue 4 defended. Let's go ahead and pay that one off. Let's go back to Fonz here. And now we're gonna enter round 3. What the heck was that, man? All right, Blue 4-1.
All right, I'll be right back.
Take your time. Neutral sector. But one side gets a third Dishka. Okay, it's 3 M2s. All right.
Alrighty, I'm back.
Welcome back. And this is, let's see.
So, neutral sector. Dishkas, UAZs. Now, do you know what Flying Finn means by this is PTSB?
So, the first lithium campaign I did for TSB, some of the veterans call it as PTSB because I fucked them pretty good.
Okay. I assumed it had something to do with PTSD.
Yeah, that's the joke, but it's TSB PTSD.
Yeah. So I'm sure you saw the last Friday Night Fights, there was a problem with lithium. With
was
the
there?
Yeah,
Some of the physics were being really wonky.
Yeah, they fixed it. It was some people loaded in without a fix, and some people didn't.
That's why.
Could shoot through them.
Nice.
It should be fixed now, though.
So I'm actually quickly making a Patreon command right now. So I think I just got an email. Fat, thanks for the Patreon boost right there, man. I appreciate it. Nice. All right. Someone saying I had fun for 90 seconds and I think our BTR took on AT and my brain was smeared all over the inside.
It was like that scene from Fury when they switched
EU.
the eye out and his face is all over the inside.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, how many people
I know,
died
leader.
in the first, what was it, like 20 seconds? It had to be at least half their team.
My God.
That was 2 full BTRs just immediately got schwacked.
Just Swola. I didn't check Swola's kill count with the rockets at that point. He had to at least gotten like 10 kills. Just because of frickin' cook-off of BTRs and shit.
Yeah, I watched one of the guys was on top of the BTR and took
Matthew, we're having fun.
Took a rocket straight to the back.
Yeah, and then he just slunched over dead. I mean, if this was real life, there wouldn't be a body slunched over. It would just be 2 legs just plastered to the side of the BTR at that point. Well, poor, we just saw a 1v30. It didn't really work out, though.
Human sand.
So you're telling me there was a new Russian spaced armor there?
Yeah.
New instead of panels, they use body.
Human sandbags.
Excellent. Doesn't stop me. All right. Come play FNF then. Put your money where your mouth is. All right, here. Let's cash out too. Because I did say this month I'd push the Patreon thing, so now it's in the title. Excellent. Not historically inaccurate,
like
right?
A lot of armed vehicles.
Yeah, so 3 armed UAZs and 3 M2 Humvees, I believe. So
yeah, I don't know if those are the unarmed or the unarmored ones, but I guess we'll see when we get in. I would assume not, because of the UAZs aren't. Which is better in your opinion, the Dishka or the M2? I assume the M2.
M2.
Yeah.
M2 has 100 rounds and more coverage for the gunner. The UAZs are a bit more open.
So a little bit unbalanced, but maybe we'll see what the loadouts are. Maybe it changes it.
Finn's poking me saying, you want to know where this came from? TSB PvP. Because, again, there were some pretty nasty lithium PvP ops we did. Where I let the T3s go ham, and, yeah. Yeah.
Well, seeing as how it's a reference to your stuff, maybe we'll recognize where the area it is.
I'd love to see a reference to AO to the one time I let my T5s kill my entire player base. The trick was they were all dressed up as Chad, which is just a surfer outfit from the civilians, and given handguns, and they still won.
Nice.
It was a 3v35 or so, and they still won. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Did you name their group Alpha?
No.
Man, dead even. 42 v 42.
Alright, let's see how it goes. Hey, on the bright side, we'll end early tonight. It means can actually go out with Bloodwing, get some pizza, come back in time for NA. Should be fine.
Yeah, nice. Probably because of round 2.
How do you join FNF? Do !FNF.
Let's see how fast this one goes.
I'm not supposed to be advertising right now because they filled up a lot of new people, but don't worry. Finn's telling me there's an Easter egg too.
Nice.
Oh, I want to find the Easter egg now. It gives me something to do. Alright, we're beginning. Here, you know what we're gonna do, we're gonna do something, something spoopy. Yeah. Some spoopy music. TSP veterans will be able to relate to this. Alright, which one did he do? Yep. The Valley.
Nice.
There's the Valley. So one of the really famous ones is last week's AO, which was Afshir. Though he included that one with the southern side of the town, so it wasn't as prominent. That round actually became very boring. But this one's a classic.
Yeah, I can already tell from the geography it's going to be quite cool, quite interesting.
A lot of room for the vehicles to maneuver on the riverbeds, though. Also get on the ridge lines to support from an angle. Crossing the ridge is going to give a little too much distance for engagement, maybe for some long range 12.7 or 50 cal shots from the M2, but either vehicle. But
the river is a dry riverbed, right?
Yep, you can drive in it.
Yeah, okay.
I think Green 4 has a slight advantage here, but then again, Green 4 also has a really nice straight shot from their AO, so I could see both sides actually rushing in pretty well here. Green 4 could utilize the riverbed, and Op 4, once they get out from the low ground around .173, they can just come around in the open and take it.
Yeah, I think Green 4 might have a little bit of an advantage, though, because they can get to the other side of the riverbed quicker.
Ooh.
Which might allow them to, well, I don't know.
Oh, I gotta check if it's Bravo or Charlie. One of these positions, I made a member of TSB Rage quit TSB. His name was Gavalor.
Rip Gavalor.
Yeah. He got mad because I healed a tank turret, and then I shot his A-10 down with it because he kept doing super low passes. I'm like, yeah, well. Hindsight, I probably shouldn't have done it, but back then I didn't really know how to balance ops, so that's why we don't really have those types of planes anymore. But hey, let's go ahead. I wanna see if that's the reference Easter egg.
Did you see where you spawned at?
No, fuck. Where'd I spawn at?
It is right southwest of Bravo at 111.
Southwest of Bravo at 111. There's two 111s. Give me a second.
The one direct south of Bravo.
Direct south of Bravo. Got it. All right.
Inside the factory buildings.
Oh god, it's the casting couch and he put a walker down. Wow. I didn't realize you could actually set the spawn points for the camera.
Yeah, you can move them.
Of course. Of freaking course. I love how he added Nemesis's walker, though. That's so considerate.
That's real cute.
Yeah.
Real friends do that.
Mm-hmm. Alright, real quick, I gotta set my prediction.
Sure thing.
Alright, prediction. Start prediction. We'll let it cut into an extra minute. Who will win the third? Will it be Op4 or Green4? Place your bets. Alright, so real quick, let's just go down the roster, see who's on who. So Op4 on the north has who, what, when, where, why, and how going. We've got Lolo, Dream, and Malin taking command. It is, I believe... Wait, no, that's X-Ray. My bad. So that is Dream with the marksman rifle. It is a Scar. Okay. So basically, Mark 19 instead of a Mark 11. I finally get it right for once. And Green4 actually has a wide range of weaponry here. We've got 7.62 M14 rifles on the squad level. We've got 5.45 AKs.
Yeah, so it looks like he used our gorilla template.
M21s, FNFALs, and they're all in Tiger Stripe. All right.
Yep.
And RPGs for everyone. Neat. All right. And they have, I already touched on Scandi Recon, Naf's Nemesis also being in the Charlie 1, Charlie 2's team. Eander being an RPG gunner, also in the Charlie 2 group. Oh, we got Aim at the Stars, Lusode, B Short commanding. the last survivor of Op4 in the previous round is now promoted to commander in the third round. Makes sense to me.
So, actually, if you look at Green4, they have the same weapons. And they have the same RPG 32s. They're in DCU.
Oh, 7s.
But
RPG 32 is like the tube. The 7 is
sorry,
the...
RPG
yeah,
7s.
gotcha.
Yeah.
They've got an SVD, though, for their marksmen. So that's 10 rounds compared to the 20 on Op4.
Yeah, so it's randomized, what you guys start with.
Ah.
And so that's why you see a mishmash of weapons.
Yep, seeing some AKs as well, so it's just RNG versus RNG. I like it.
Yep, the marksman can spawn with either a Scar, M14, M240 sniper rifle, or M24, not M240.
M24, yep.
And the SVD.
I see Broken and Shaltazar, they dropped a few PKM boxes. Actually, they're for a... Is that a PKP? No, it's a black-skinned PKM, actually. Interesting. No, okay, I see the orange down the handle. Just from the shadow, it looked like it was a PKP because it was all black. That's your normal tell. But otherwise, it's just tan versus green.
Yep, DCU versus Tiger Stripe.
And who do we have on this team? We got 29th ID members, Uncle Joe. Classic. Tass, T5 Bay.
Hopefully there's no stairs for Uncle Joe.
Emzikov. Well, we found his rocker, but he's going to have to fight Nemesis for it, obviously. And, I mean, AOs-wise, this looks pretty even. Thanks, Alec. I hope you keep enjoying it. But let me quickly check where that compound I was talking about is. It is that Bravo? Yep, so Bravo, I pulled a vehicle out of the hangar. Gravelor shot it, I healed it, and I blew him up because he kept doing low passes just to spite me. So I finally spited him, and that was apparently too much. But again, I shouldn't have done it in the first place. But otherwise, Alpha's Mika's FOB, that's a classic place to do it. And then Charlie is a nice little compound off to the south, which also has some pretty good perimeter positions. So really, I think this is going to rely on what I normally see in this situation of whoever flanks around and tries to take the home territory. For Op4, it's going to be Alpha. For Green4, it's going to be Charlie. But whoever flanks around and grabs that is probably going to have the advantage here, but we might just see someone go Rambo and kill 6 dudes, and the other side won't be able to recover after, so we'll see how things go. M240 belt fed sniper action.
Alpha's a pretty strategic location.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Its area of view,
especially on the riverbed.
Yeah, to the west.
But comparing that to Charlie, Charlie does have some decent eyes on the riverbed, but they're a little obscured, and things can still go on the lower end of the riverbed unmolested. Looks like Op4, at least in my poll, people seem to value more towards Op4 instead of Green4 here. 25k to 18k. Interesting. Probably because of Scandi Recon bias.
Yeah.
And then up the road, we have the VIX. By the way, so Green4 gets the 3 M2 Humvees, which in my opinion are the better vehicle here.
No, yeah, but they are unarmored.
Yeah, but the UAZ is going to be completely open too.
The gunner.
Yeah, that's to kind of help it against the Dishkas, which, I mean, the Dishkas are even weaker because there's nothing covering the frickin' everything below the head. Though, B Short, okay. No, I'd put my money on Op4. Go look at B Short's decal on his vehicle. Yeah, it's a German bikini too. Okay, yeah, I think it is at least. No, I think he's in one of the armed UAZs. The second one on the rear. Oh, it's both of them actually. Oh, the first one disappeared, but yeah, no, it's because they're all part of the same group. Yeah, no, I think I agree with this. I agree with that.
Team Waifu versus Normies.
Yeah, I could see Op4 winning this one. But Op4 is already getting all mounted up and ready to go. I mean, seem to be a little more organized. They got titties. Green4 is doing a massive powwow right here. They're school circling, getting themselves all ready to go. Okay. Yeah. It's a Spanish flag. My bad. It's a Spanish flag, not a German flag. Either way, I mean, titties are titties. So, you know, I'd put some points down. Green4 now at 23.5k. Only modded it could get a VPN and heavily sway the favor. But maybe, Don, if you're still here, you know where to put that money, right, Wink? Also, Don, we will be good for Gmod tomorrow at about 6:15 to 11. So hope to see you there.
So I'm gonna be contrarian and just go with Green4 because
your mom's judging you. I'm sorry, leader.
It's always the opposite.
Well, no, it wasn't the case for round 1 today, though.
Was it not? Didn't they vote Op4 too?
No, they voted Blue 4. Blue 4 had a massive number advantage.
I'm still gonna go with Green4.
I'd go Op4 just because titties. You can't go wrong. And even if you lose, it's titties. Well, it's okay. Bloodwing's not around. Otherwise, she'd be in this room smacking me right now. And she's not, so hooray. I'd buy that for $1. Join the unit Discord, right? So I just turned up for Discord with mods. I can play. Ollie, I would wait till the NA branch in 2 hours because they already have everything set for the EU.
Now.
You got to kind of get in before the whole thing starts to be part of the process for EU. But NA, you can join in at any time because there's still a single server, I think. Oh my God, more points went to Op4. 28 to like 23k right now. Would I buy a Klondike bar for $1? Maz, would you buy a Klondike bar for $1? I think where I am.
One of my enemies.
Ah, I see. Yes. I think they're actually more expensive than $1 where I live, but... So yes, economically, I would buy it for $1. It is now 36k to 20... Who just dropped a shit ton of money on Op4? I mean, you're right. Don't get me wrong. You're absolutely right. I mean, look at this man saluting on top of his titty vehicle. Except it's the other one, but still. The brave salute.
I'm going to say the Green4 guys totally have this. You're going to cry at the end of this.
If I cry at the end of this, I'm going to be very, very depressing. It's okay, I'll buy pizza. Fuck, I need pizza money. Oh well, we'll figure it out.
I do respect Flux just salutes.
Just saluting on top like a boss. What would you do for a Klondike bar? I don't think I'm allowed to say it on Twitch. Maz, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Oh, same thing.
Same thing? You can't say it on Twitch? Yeah, makes sense. Are there any titty trucks? Huh?
Can you say anything on Twitch?
Well, I mean, you can't say simple, Virginia, and what's the other word?
Band.
Oh, no, you can say band.
No, I was saying band.
Oh, Lamau. Well, I didn't say the actual word. I said different words that have a few extra letters in them, and therefore they can't ban me for it.
Oh, is that how that works?
Pretty much. Pay for pizza. We just changed pay for pizza. Maybe once the mortgage is all done with.
After their little powwow. With
little pep talk. 3.5 minutes remaining.
I do like the Gas 66 the Grand 4 guys had. I didn't know you could make them tan like that.
You mean with the
trucks? Yeah,
the seat in the back. You can remove the tarp on top.
Yeah, I was saying I didn't know you could make them tan.
Yeah, you can color them.
It's nice.
36K to 34K. Ooh la la, it's getting close.
Yeah, there's a reminder from Indigo.
About what?
About the leaving spawn before the time is up.
Did he say something? I didn't see it.
Yeah, he says a reminder to all of you outside a safe start when the time expires. You're breaking FNF rules.
Where'd he say that?
He just said it in game.
Oh, wait? I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was game logic.
Chat, did you read that? I didn't even notice. Huh. I think I'm blind. I can't escape the Twitch private investigators, though. They will find out your Greek spy GF and boot you right away. Yeah, I don't think I saw it, because,
It went by pretty fast, but I don't know.
Yeah, I can't even open chat, actually.
Yeah, neither can I.
So, maybe our chat's disabled. But you saw it. I don't know. Who knows? Nobody
It's the streamer
knows.
curse.
Streamer curse. Dude, that happens all the time in FNF. Barb and I will say something, and then just opposite happens. Yeah, he's gonna live.
Why don't you say
37K to...
Say Op4 is gonna lose, and they won't.
Someone just put 80K on... No, it would be more like 67K on Op4.
Well, rip that guy. Grain 4 is gonna win.
Someone just... It was literally even at like 37.1K to 37.1K, and someone just put 70K on Op4. Jesus.
Hey, look at Major Comms.
Oh god, and on the other side is going up to 58K. Oh, guys. I mean, I agree, bet the titties, but goddamn.
Look at Major Comms Humvee.
Where's Major? Okay, Humvee, gotcha. That's south. Let's see. Is it gonna be what I think it's gonna be?
No. It's just look at the guy on the back
of Major Khan's Humvee.
Yeah.
I don't see a guy. Oh wait, there we go. Yep. What's up with the guy in the back?
Don't you see his arm? How can someone that cool lose?
What's on his arm?
No, look, he has his arm resting on the thing.
Oh, on the...
It just looks...
But it's like through the thing.
And he's man spreading.
What's he reaching?
He's scratching the other guy's head.
Through the canopy. Alright, so Green 4 rushing some forces down to the riverbed. I predicted something like that would happen, and a truck just hit a tree. Awesome, okay. Anyway, Op4, meanwhile, pushing one team up. That is X-Ray up on the ridge, and now we're seeing some of Op4 go into the open ground. They're going to go down to Rush Bravo. All right, big money. Bets are going to wrap up in another minute. It is 106K. 106.7K to 61.9K. Would be nice if that one wasn't in the way, but that's A-okay. Actually, got Green 4 rushing further along. They're going to... Are they going to go in that big building instead and try to do Overwatch with Charlie 2? That's a bit of a waste of manpower, in my opinion.
Yeah, they really need to go up near Alpha.
Yeah.
Here comes Charlie 1 for Op 4.
Yep, and Delta 2 also going, but Charlie 1 bypassing. Are they... no, that was just a really cool turn, I guess.
I think they're just going to try to hold the compounds to the south.
Delta 2, that's charged right in with that M2.
Well, they're going to get it when it unlocks. Here comes Alpha and Bravo 1 and 2.
Oh, Sensor's ready with that 50 cal. Oh, and they slowed down for him to just immediately start engaging. That gun immediately taken out. And the driver down too. 50 cal also annihilates the guy that was on shot. Actually, that was the driver.
Man, that
wow.
was Bonnie and Clyde ambush stuff.
That was nasty.
That was. That's 3 guys dead already.
Great start by Green 4.
Here comes Bravo 1 truck. They're going to turn the tide into Op 4's favor on Bravo.
Actually, Green 4, I think, are rushing those forces on the southern side. They might try to go all the way around and hit the Alpha sector that's going to be under Op 4's control soon. But Op 4 only has 1 guy on, so it's going to take like 5 minutes to capture it because it took 5 minutes for it to be captured last time. Foxtrot 1, meanwhile, randomly firing. There's my tracers.
Oh yeah, how do you enable that?
Tracers are P. A lot of Op 4 guys coming around the other side. Green 4 rushing dudes around. Not seen though. Dusty's getting picked off. Someone has an explosive satchel. Now would be a good time to throw it.
Oh yeah.
Swola, use your grenades. Oh, Swola gets murdered. Bronson was cooking off a grenade in his hand and then dropped it and hurt himself. I got the Dishka Vic coming up to suppress.
Yeah, D2 for Green 4's being cut out in the open by Charlie 1.
So Green 4 might have the first sector, but points don't start getting calculated until 5 minutes have passed to help prevent rushing. Ironically, no, it was Charlie that was captured, my bad. Or, no, I think it was Bravo, and then Charlie got captured, but Bravo's now neutral because of all the people inside of it.
Yeah, this is where Op 4 could get really messed up here.
Yeah, but Op 4's got a really nice amount of forces here. King getting out on the side, starting to flank people. King getting 2 kills right there and pulling back behind cover.
Yep, Delta 1 for Op 4 is shooting down Bravo 2 for Green 4. Across the river.
Yep. That's resulting in a few casualties. I think Green 4 is just too poorly deployed here to be able to do anything. Emzikov, the Czechoslovakian streamer who is partnered on Twitch, all alone up here. Tries to flank Vince. Vince fires back. King now coming around as Money gets in his way. And King and Money. Ouch. Bravo taken by Op 4, but Green 4 still has 4 guys in here, but Op 4 hasn't gone up to check it yet.
Yeah, they're focusing on suppressive fire outside of it and triage. Oh, Testic's opened the door.
Uh-oh. Green 4, again, those guys on the far left, those are such bad positions to Overwatch on. Oh my god.
Ooh.
There
goes 3 Green 4. Oh my god.
That was a bit of a lag spike on Andrea's position, turning his lag switch on at the perfect time. But Green 4 is breaching with 3 guys, now 2.
I think Testic just blew up 2 of his teammates and himself with that.
That satchel was very nasty.
Yeah, I think
Rory not overwatching, leaves STS to fend for himself, but Rory has a good spot now. Gets multiple pickoff kills here.
Yep.
Catches them while they bandage. Nasty. Andre fails a wake-up check. STS coming around. King vaulting the wall at the last second. Otherwise, we would have been caught out by STS. Great call there. Rory throwing a grenade just over the wall. Throws another one, but he gets taken out by King. And Green4 does not have the manpower to retaliate. You got Foxtrot fighting with Charlie 1. That's Scandia Recon's Op4. Versus, I don't know who on Green4 STS, though, fighting with Bronson, who's got a Mark 14. Switches to his handgun, but gets taken out by STS. Does a quick reload. Good call.
Navs and Nemesis are team shooting right now.
Amazing. Scandia Recon PvP. Charlie 2 is now charging over to capture Alpha. And that is where Op4 Command B Short is by himself. And he is going to be in a 1v4 situation. But Green4's manpower is all but decimated at this point. STS using an RPG. I don't know if he was effective with it at all.
Yeah, we still have Green4 Foxtrot engaging with X-Ray and Charlie 1.
STS dodging a GL.
And X-Ray for Green4 is engaged with Delta 1 for Op4. And Delta 1's shooting at Delta 1.
STS trying to pick Dylan off. Isn't able to lead a proper shot. Aims for Vince instead, who's more open. He's pulling back. Meanwhile, Broken's running up. He had to pull around because he was part of that original charge. We got Fergie W back there as well. STS wrapping a grenade. Gets it right behind Vince. But I think Vince gets a... Nope, he does take some shrapnel from that.
He just killed Nemesis.
Nice.
In the back of Naf's truck.
Nice. Great angle for Fergie there. He is up a kill.
Yep.
And Vince, gets tracked by STS and taken out. Short is... Oh my god.
Yep, I was just about to
say. Panzer, shoot him.
Do it.
What is this?
Okay.
What?
Did you see his body fall down?
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
I think Green4 is waiting because they don't know how many people are actually defending this, not realizing he defended on his own. Brendo okay, I thought he threw a grenade on himself for a second. I was about to laugh.
Yeah, how they reacted, I thought so too.
Oh, man. So Op4 has the numbers advantage here, but Green4 has the tactical advantage.
I don't know, Green4 X-Ray is just getting mowed down by Delta 1 over here.
Yeah.
And actually, all of Foxtrot has pulled back -1 dude, who's now...
Uncle Joe, get him! There's Pete in the open! Take him out for Pete's sake!
Ooh, T5 Bay is the guy who's surrounded. Let's see if he can...
Oh, here comes Lusode. And Lusode, did he just do a fully automatic with the Mark 14? But that's only single fire, which means that was him clicking. That was him clicking that quickly. Jesus Christ.
T5 Bay is engaged in close range with someone, a newbie. Not the kind of combat you want to see.
Oh no. T5 knows what he's doing. Yeah, the Finns are nearby. Bay, he's listening to those footsteps. He's trying to use this all to his advantage. Naps is also coming around from the rear.
You don't want to put T5 Bay against the wall. That's when he gets real good.
Those footsteps around him are confusing the heck out of him, though.
Yeah, he needs to realize that they're above him.
I
think he might have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just happened. Here's more footsteps, though. That was Yanni Finn coming in.
Yep. Flying Finn just is... I don't know what Flying Finn's doing.
Did he
he's trying to
himself?
catch him if he tries to reposition himself.
Yeah, that's why. Buying himself some time to bandage and put a new mag in. I think he's tourniqueted his leg. A newbie now coming downstairs. Op4 sending a Humvee up north. and Charlie has Green Force secured. There's a few shooters around Bravo. There's T5 Bay engaging a newbie. Isn't able to get a good line there, and a newbie actually wins the fight. That looked a little wonky hitbox-wise, though.
Yeah, I didn't see.
There were some bullets kind of going into little invisible areas just off the stairs, in my opinion. Yes, Boo?
T5 Bay got 4 kills, though. So good on Now, I will say it's looking a little bit bad for OpFor, though, to be honest.
Yeah. Fergie, he's on his own. He's in a 1v4 situation. It's a 1v3 situation with UPSE here. That's going to be a tough one. He's getting pushed up by Kane.
So, yeah, OpFor... who's command for OpFor? Shorty died.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking. What pizza do you want?
Maz, what pizza do I want?
Pineapple.
I hate you. He said pineapple. Can I kill him? I don't know. White pizza with whatever goes on white pizzas. No, just to keep it white. Fergie gets flanked and killed. Oh my god. And now chat's following
So
up with
it would be interesting to find out who is taking command for OpFor now that Shorty's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they can regroup, they can win. But if they can't, they're gonna get real messed up.
With how slowly the points tack up, though, there's a lot of room here for OpFor to rally up and push. So,
and they know where they are.
Yeah, don't make those jokes, guys, because Twitch is very twitchy about
Delta 1 for OpFor needs
that
to
joke
get
is
back
safe.
in, and so does Anubi and Finn.
I'm actually gonna do a head count real quick here. Let's see, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 versus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So it's actually still kind of even here. You got Delta 1 for OpFor trying to engage Broken and Misspear. But they're also rounds are landing really close on the Humvee. Because I believe it's the Humvees were on green 4.
Yep.
The longer OpFor takes to reposition here, the worse it's going to get. And the worst thing OpFor can do in this situation is just start trickling in small groups into these positions and get annihilated because they lose the number advantage at that point.
It looks like that's exactly what they're doing with OpFor X-Ray.
Revanche, you're absolutely right. I meant trickling. What's that? You know
back their thing, and it's Alpha, and it's not going to work. It is Lolo, Malin, and who else is this? That's all Dream.
For X-Ray? OpFor coming in, yeah, for Charlie 2. Or on Charlie 2, excuse me. Now, is Green 4 Command still alive? Yeah, T4 Stanson is going to be holding Charlie. Got a few members of OpFor Charlie 1 coming down. It's going to be another 3-man group. But I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see what Misspear and Broken are going to be able to do as a 2-man group. If they can bypass Shib and Jonathan and start putting pressure on Bravo and further thin out OpFor here.
I think the guys at Bravo are thinking they're going to be attacking them. I don't think they realize the situation. So I think Lolo is on communication with someone because him and Malin are stood still. SL Dream looks to be covering him.
It's a pretty long range to be covering from, though.
He is the marksman.
Yeah, his accuracy is pretty good with that rifle, actually.
I do like Alpha, how they set up Op4 set up the UAZ at Alpha.
At Alpha, where's the UAZ? Oh, under the...
Yeah.
Concealment. But also to overwatch the river. That's pretty smart. Shame that he was only one guy, though.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised they didn't put, like, I don't know, someone else with him.
Ooh, Charlie under fire now. Op4 trying a pincer maneuver here.
Yeah, no, this could be bad. Yeah, there it is.
Swan taken out off that 50 cal. Still could wake back up, though. But if Green 4 is drawn to the eastern side and then they're flanked by Delta 1, and Op4 takes that position, I think it's going to be GG. Swan waking back up just as Bazooka's knocked out by Kane. Swan quickly getting out of the Vic to avoid Kane shooting him.
Markovich might be able to come in from behind Lucid's team.
Yeah. It is not looking good right now.
No, it is not.
Oh, Lusso bad fragged. Phantom not realizing he was pushed up on. Markovitz being spotted by aim at the balls. Bazooka waking back up, trying to spray down Pointman, but Pointman gets the kill.
Good nade, good nade. Oh, smoke.
It was a smoke. Markowitz gets the kill. Christensen and Kane going at it. Oh no. Christensen didn't even notice Kane was there, and Kane did a Hillary Clinton. Multiple shots to the back of the face, and I think that's GG at this point. Op4 was able to rally and take Charlie in a very nice pincer.
We got Lolo and Malin real close to the objective.
Markowitz still bandaging with that SA-58.
Here comes Broken and Misspear into Bravo. Oh, and they've been spotted.
In the open with that M2 firing. M2 crippling Misspear there.
He needs to get on that RPG and shoot him.
No, he needs the bandage because his leg hurt. RPG, use it.
Yeah, that's a real good position for the Humvee.
So Hudson still alive, puts some shots on Anubi, but doesn't kill him. Nav's pushing in, but Nav has the PKP. Tries to get some penetration on the fence, and yep. Marco X is duking out with Lusode, who's trying to get the high ground here.
Malin. Lolo and Malin are throwing nades in right now.
That grenade might hurt Panzer there. Another grenade being put right up to Panzer. I'm surprised Panzer didn't get knocked out from those, though. Both of those went off near his head.
Oh, yeah. If you look underneath the building, there's a lot of blood.
Yeah. There's gunfire all over these terminals. Hudson was killed off.
Then again, all that blood, it's also shorts, too. Shorties.
Lusode coming in and gets annihilated by Markowitz. RPG was just fired at Charles by Misspear, and Misspear is now taking RPGs. Broken trying to duke it out with Wayne. Wayne quickly runs into the compound. Broken going under, though. Wayne didn't know that there was an underway for Broken to crawl in under, so he's instead watching that fence. Wayne might appear in front of Broken, but Broken pulls back instead.
Here comes Pointman King and Money on the Alpha.
Chip trying to pick off Misspear there with that 50 cal. The building he's using is heavily damaged. Broken might flank around, though, and get some kills here. Misspear tries to put fire on that M2, but he pulled back in.
Op4's inside Alpha.
Yep. God, there's a reload war going on. But Benda walks in, and they all fall like bowling pins. Yes. I sent you a text, boo.
Late in game.
Just give me like 2 minutes. This will be over, okay? Just give me the 2 minutes.
Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Mispure and what's his name died.
Malin did a great breach in. That's actually everyone on Charlie that's dead.
There's
everyone.
only 2 guys left for green 4.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Okay, so we got Charlie 2, and I would assume Markowitz on... No, I only see one guy.
Yeah, it's just Blade left. Okay, now it's up to Blade to slay all the vampires.
253. We'll play bowling. Okay, you got my text for the order, right?
Yeah, that one battle side alpha was like Django.
Alright, love you, boo. There's no way, because it takes 5 minutes for someone to capture an objective on its own, so...
Yeah. GG.
You finally bet Op4 at the right fucking time. Yeah, so Op4 was the one with 100k points on it. Scandia Recon advantage. And it would have been an even bet, but then someone put like 70k on Op4.
I would say that was closer than I actually expected.
The pincer maneuver on Charlie, though, was textbook beautiful. One side pushes first, causes all of the defenders to pull over to that side to make a defense, and then the 4 guys on the rear are able to breach in and clean it up. Like, that was great.
Yeah, definitely.
Blade getting in the car. Blade driving. I do love how I caught the firefight that Money was in, and I got a perfect angle of them all falling. Yeah. Did he just get...
Oh my god.
Malin just executed him with an M14 headshot! Oh my gosh! Was that a... Was John F. Kennedy shot in the front or the back of the head?
Back of the head.
That was a John F. Kennedy! Oh my god, Blade just got John F. Kennedy!
His motorcade had no protection.
Oh my god!
Well, good EU.
That was great. Alright, Hillary Clinton's, John F. Kennedy's, just the whole 9 yards today. Alright, well, Naz, thank you for joining me for co-casting. I know you will be joining Barb and I for NA as well, and that should be a nice full 124-slot server where we can see plenty of death and destruction.
Yep, absolutely, man. Thanks.
I'll be back in a moment. And to the stream, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. We'll be back with the NA branch in about an hour and a half. I am going to go back on Twitch, put a few ads to end things up, and otherwise, hopefully, I will see you in a bit. Let me get that payout going. Ian, you don't get the ads, though, because you're subscribed. And you have Turbo. So there's so many things, but I'll see you guys in about an hour and a half. I gotta get this edited footage processed. So cheers, guys, and see you soon.